All right, folks. Day 27 of the SUBATHON. And we're here today discussing some of that revealed information in that Pokemon Champions. We could talk about Gen 10 too, of course, but overall, this is what I care the most about because it looks pretty exciting. You know I'm here for that battling every time. Gen 10 looks pretty dope too. There's just not that much to discuss. You know what I'm saying? But it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun watching it today. They were rapid firing during that Pokemon Presents. Like they were posting so much games. Like the first like 12, 13 minutes, they showed like 5 or 6 different things, it felt like. So, you know, I had to hit the Subathon day 27. I was like, you know what? We could start with this, and then I'll probably play Showdown, or I'll boot up that Kaizo Ironmon again, because it was pretty damn fun to me. How's everybody doing? You guys are fucking with that Brout? Yeah, Brout's pretty cold, I'm not gonna lie. Gen 9 OU for 5 years is brazy. That was like the most... That was the most shocking thing we had to endure, to be honest with you. What's it called? Gen 9 being here for 5 years should be like war crime levels. But what if the game comes out next summer? And so it's like a calm 4.5 years, or 4 years and 7 months. If Gen 10 comes out December 2027, it's over. Like, it might be over. For me, not y'all. But I might have to make that boss call that it's time for me to move on and become a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Sorry to say. I might have to... I named my rival Magcargo so I can smoke him with 6 Magcargos. Shut the fuck up. You named your rival Blunder so I can smoke him with 6 Magcargos. Cap, I would win all those. Shouts to the GOAT Micro dropping the 10, adding 10 minutes to the timer. We got one more day left in February. Tomorrow. We need to see this Subathon. We need to see this Subathon make it all the way through. It's going to be February 28th, 27. You think that they would do a year from today? You think they would do a Pokemon Presents, like a Pokemon Anniversary Day drop? That would be pretty shiest. But there's no money in dropping in February. They gotta drop when folks are, you know what I'm saying? They gotta drop when folks are ready to spend that money. And you know when folks are ready to drop that money. That holiday season. The thing is, we're gonna get champions in April, which is fantastic news. I know a lot of folks wanted us to get it today. I mean, obviously I would have enjoyed having it to play it today too, but April's not crazy. It's like less than 2 months away. So, I mean, Gen 10 looked pretty shiced, all things considered. I know a lot of people have problems with Scarlet Violet, the way it ran or whatever on Switch 1, but I mean, I own Scarlet Violet, but I never really played it. I played Za, which was like, it ran fine. That shit was fine. But I know a lot of folks have problems with SV as a game. So it's good to see that folks love Gen 10 from what the trailer looked like. I thought the shit looked pretty dope overall. Like, it looked mad explorative and shit like that. So I'm really not having anything to complain on. What do you think the region is based on? Australia? I saw on Twitter some guy saying I knew it was Brazil. I didn't know that it was Brazil. Is it Brazil? That's what bro said. Or is it like some Southeast Asia? It could be that too. Indonesia / Southeast Asia. Oh, okay. That's pretty shiced. They always pick a pretty dope setting every time. Even when they picked France and the UK, I still was like, alright, these are pretty tough. And then we all know, what's it called? What was it? Gen 5 is New York City, right? Unova is New York City, which is too tough. Too tough. Respect the UK. That's my bad. I had to take some shots for no reason. It's like a tick of mine. Low-key happy it's in April so Cobble doesn't just die. It's not like Cobblemon would die anyways. Me and Joe are still gonna be streaming Cobblemon quite a few more times. Be here in March, Noobish. We're gonna be Cobble maxing, bro. Shouts to Itakuko. I'm really happy that Elite Redux 2.65 beta is being released tomorrow to the public, and that Emerald will be another update. Ready to tap in? You know I'm ready to tap in. Thank you for the super chat. And yes, I tweeted about it and I posted it in my server, and I tagged everybody. But if you guys didn't know, Elite Redux 2.65 beta is dropping tomorrow, I think at noon. Which, I mean, folks have been asking when 2.65 for goddamn forever. So I know a lot of you are probably mad hype about this. I mean, I'm hyped too. I mean, obviously, I was blessed enough by Elite Redux team to be able to play early, but I'm excited for all of y'all to finally get to play, because I know a lot of folks have been asking, when are you gonna stream it again? When are you gonna stream it again? And I hate being like the only way people can get their like fix on that game. So it's gonna be shice when that shit comes out tomorrow. Go ahead and play it. Let me know. Send me some screenshots and shit of your runs. Would you rather eat owl, dog, or lizard meat? Bro, obviously the lizard meat. I know a Komodo dragon tastes mad good. Be for real. Is there gonna be a champions meta on Showdown? I mean, I feel like they would, right? Because it's a lost opportunity to not have that. Plus, it is a competitive format, so Showdown surely should have it. Right? I mean, they have VGC and BSS, and this is the next, you know, thing, so surely it'll be on Showdown. I mean, I'll definitely play this, because the idea of Megas being ported into Gen 9 is basically what ZA Tour tournaments were the last 4 months. Like, that's the whole reason I made the ZA Tour circuit thing and we kept having tournaments, because I was like, this is what Champions Metagame is gonna soon pull up, and this is like the closest LARP I can think of that's gonna be that. Obviously there's gonna be a couple of different things overall, but I'm pretty sure my LARP was the most on par with like what's gonna happen. Basically my LARP is the best LARP, and that's just a known fact. Anyways, I got this tweet from Twitter account at PokeTimes, Japanese-based account, I think. They were posting mad fire shit, so some of you probably already saw this, but Delphox, apparently this is confirmation. Levitate, this guy's bulletproof, and then Gren is Protean, which I think is 3 for 3 from the ZA metagame. So, I mean, I'm just saying, it's quite clear how they picked these shits. They were watching ZA Tour and shit, and they were like, okay. Did you see Champions as a gacha game? I saw folks saying that Champions is like paid for, but I don't even think that's correct. Like, here's the tweet. Here's the tweet I saw. Pokemon Champions will have free and paid battle pass. Unlock some rewards like Mega Stones. Unlock every reward like Pokemon you don't have. Okay, but what if it's like Fortnite, where if you don't know how Fortnite works, it's like you pay for the battle pass once, and then you play a lot, and you get the V-Bucks. I think they're called like V-Points or some shit in here. And then you can buy the next pass with it. There's no way this is like pay to win at all, from my understanding. A battle pass has never been pay to win, first of all. So, I think people have a wrong understanding. Or maybe I have a wrong understanding if anybody wants to educate me. But if this is like the regular battle pass type shit, then it's not. I mean, maybe you have to pay like for the first battle pass, and then if you can get the, like, I feel like it's fine. Battle pass is just a convenience for these type of games. I mean, I feel like for something like this, it's a perfect thing to have, you know? Like, microtransactions are always going to be something in a phone game. You know what I mean? That's never not going to happen. There's no, like, great altruism here where they're, like, this was solely for convenience for people to learn battling. That's not how fucking business has ever worked. But I'm saying that it like, makes sense. Many folks do not want to do the grind and would rather, like, pay for, you know, the ability to get past that. Want to make it clear right now, us here at the agency will not be allowing any slander for Pokopia at all. Shout to Rocket. Let me know how that game is. I hope that shit is everything you dream of and more. I hope that Chef Gredent, what's his name? Chef Dente? I hope he's a cool character. I might have to do a gradient video just for that guy. Chef Dente low-key had that shit on. That shit actually was heinous, because when he pulled up on screen, when Chef Dente pulled up on screen, I saw the chat, and every message in the chat was, yo, it's Blunder. Yo, Blunder just pulled up. Yo, it's Blunder. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, is this my legacy? I was like, yo, chill on me. Chill on me. Half the messages were like, oh my god, Blunder pulled up. Oh my god, Suave pulled up. I was like, yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, alright? None of us are Chef Al Dente. Alright, have some respect for human beings, man. God damn it. Wrong, I saw one person calling him Sway. Title gonna be... Nah, what if I told you that me, Joey, and CTC just recorded this Lucario video for my channel, and we went 8-1 and got up to 1900s. Nah, we got goob lucky too, but you know, luck 8 straight wins, my boy. Just like 3 of them. Yo, Blunder, you gonna make a special appearance in the Pokemon Cafe game and make the Blunder sandwich? Yes. Yes. It's gonna be... But anyways, yeah, this... I don't think it's pay to win. Like, it's just a convenience thing. And I feel like it's not even the end of the world, because, I mean, battling is fun when you're playing a human. If it was like some versus AI bot challenge grinding, then yeah, I can understand it being like, come on, bro. But playing, like... Because I had a period where I was playing the shit out of Fortnite. This is like 2023. I played a shit ton of Fortnite. And even 2024, I played a good amount. I barely played the last, like, year plus. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you play Fortnite, you know, once you get the battle pass one time, you play enough, you get enough V-Bucks to just buy the next season battle pass, and so on, and so on, and so on. I've never loaded money into Fort like that as like a pay to win. I feel like it's what you guys were saying, it's just cosmetic shit. Like, yeah, sure, maybe they have these megas and shit. Shout out to Radical gifting 5 subs to the viewers on Twitch. Shout out to the Twitch fam. I'm almost at 100 subs on Twitch. I'm like 12 away. So if you follow me on Twitch, go ahead and use your Twitch Prime on me so I can hit 100 subs on Twitch. $15 for Embor is insane. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and act like Embor should be behind a battle pass. But from what I can understand by this, you can play the game through and get it, right? You just have to buy the initial pass. I mean, whatever. Like, I'm still buying the battle pass. Sorry to say, like, I don't know what to tell y'all. It's not just battle pass, but there's banners to gamble on. Yo, I'm gonna be gambling though. Isn't Protean Mega Gren a huge nerf to the Nasty Plot set? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Now your Surf is Dick's weak. Whatever, 4 attack U-turn bot will probably be shiced. Did I see the Gen X starters? First off, thanks for calling it Gen X. I've been really shilling this Gen X, and everyone's telling me like, yo, that shit is not fire. Like, everyone's telling me stop calling it Gen X. That shit is not fire at all. But I'm shilling that shit crazy. I don't care what anybody says. That shit is Gen X. All right, let me go to Pokemon Wind and Waves website, and like, so we can take an actual look at the starters. All right, here, found it. All right, bet. Trainers look mad dope. I'm not gonna hold you. This is like mad explorative vibes. I'm a fan of both. Shit's tough. Also, I like the name Winds and Waves. I know this was leaked like forever ago, that it was gonna be called Wind and Wave, but I actually like it a lot. The names, and I like the logos are sick, especially Waves. Waves logo looks too tough. Winds is good too, but I'm a fan of. Bro, I'm ready to start telling folks, yo, load up that WWOU, bitch. That dub-OU. Get the fuck out of here. That's tough. That's tough, bro. Fucking SMOU, whack. SVOU, whack. That shit hasn't been fire since XYOU, which was too tough. BWOU, too tough. But SV, SS, and SM, yo, we've been too much on the letter S's ballsack. We need to get past that bullshit. And so, WW / Gen XO, it's too fi. It's too fi, I'm telling you. BWOU has my fat ass thinking about B-dubs. Yo, 75 burpees right now. 75 burpees. Nah, bro, BW2OU, tough. Tough. I'm telling you, I've had enough. I've had enough of the Weewa WIW8. Wait, hold on. WIWA, that Weewa OU. Nah, you cooked. Yeah, I didn't mind Oras OU, but you know how I remember back when Gen 6 was around. So this was like 2013 to 2016, but Oras was 2014 to 2016. And I remember I was too shiced. At Gen 6, and I would always be playing tournaments of that. And I remember all the old heads, they would always be like, you know what they would call it? They would call it Orass. ORASS. And I'd be mad as shit. I'd be like, stop hating on the best tier ever. And they would always call it Orass. And that shit would piss me off. So it always made me slightly not as into the ORAS acronym. Nah, they rage baited crazy, but I used to also rage bait them. Like, I used to go around calling DPP Diamond Pearl Pearl all the time. So, I mean, it was like a joint. It was like a joint thing. All right, we have the starters. You know, I actually quite like Brout, and Gekwa was my favorite from the trailer. This is a dope design. I don't like this Fire Dog. That Fire Dog is legit bad to me. No hate if that's your pick, of course. I like some shitters. I picked fucking Tepig back in the day, and I was like, this is my man's. But this not doing it for me, gang. We have enough dog Pokemon that look bad, and this guy is right up in that alley. Shout out Andrew Bruce, 4892, subbing up. Appreciate you. Thank you for adding to the timer. What do we think? You gotta bring back the 2013 Waves account to celebrate? Yo, how do you even have that memory? How did you even unlock that? Nah, you're too tough for that. Even I didn't think of that. Nah, I might have to I might have to bring back IDM Waves, low key. Damn. How the hell did you even remember that? Damn. Is that Walmart Zamazenta looks like as a kid? Bro, this is like a combination of like Pyroar plus Za plus Dakshbun. This is like... I like Brout a lot though. I know people were like, this shit's a Angry Birds ripoff, but I think it's pretty funny. And it's different than the old bird stuff. Like, what was the old grass bird back in the day? Shit's buns and Decidueye and Rowlet, right? Shit's ass. So, you know what I mean? This is another attempt. This Gekwa look like that shit gonna be strong as fuck. I mean, the water starters have been pretty good on average since Gen 6, with the exception of Inteleon. Actually, Quaquaval's pretty dog shit too, as a competitive I mean, it's like a UU Pokemon. I've lost to a Quaquaval before, so I always try to give that shit low respect. We not putting Brout over Rowlet? Yo, Decidueye's buns. I'm not like, yo, with all due respect, you know, I'm not hating on nobody's favorites, but if you can't even make it work in competitive, I am not fucking with you. And that's an issue for Decidueye. Although, Joe was telling me that Wolf pronounced Decidueye's Decadui, and that's pretty funny to me. So we can actually give this mon some points as a result, you know, as in Rowlet, because Decadui is pretty damn funny to me. I'm not gonna lie. That's just the type of bro. He also says Jigglyth. Nah, that's fucking get the fuck out of here. He says Genjar? Nah, he's tough. Yo, I need to watch a vid of all his pronunciations one day. He a fucking nah, Jigglyth and Genjar is fucking insanity baiting. Quavo would be the best starter in multiple gens. Yeah, that shit would have gone hard in Gen 5 for sure. But it's from Gen 9 where the power creep went up 50x, so we can't really give Quaquaval a pass. Trust me, I wanted Quaquaval to be good as fuck. And in fact, I was gassing it up when the game came out. I thought that guy was the man. Shit's not fire though. Design is fire as fuck. I love Quaquaval's design. I love the whole vibe too. All the Gen 9 starters I'm pretty happy with. I'm just saying competitive, them shits is whatever. But I mean, Quavos, whatever. But Gen 9 starters are, I feel like they're mad enjoyed overall. Like, I feel like it's like a commonly accepted thing that the Gen 9 starters are like amazing, and like the third evolution of all three is like really good. I love Dirge, I love Meow, and Quavel I would love the same if that shit was better in comp, which is my own bias, obviously. They're all fun and unique competitively. I would agree. We never had that shiest, fast grass type doing all that. You know what I mean? We had like Kartana, but Meow was pretty unique overall. And then Dirge had its time in OU. Dirge, Unaware, Fire, Ghost. Like, what? Dirge got that. Also, all of their signature moves are low-key broken. Flower Trick, cheap as fuck. Dirge, Torch Song, cheap as fuck. Aqua Step is the cheapest of the three moves by far. Like, that's why I always try to, you know, not hate too much on Quable, because I've been swept by that shit when it Aqua Steps on the Switch and you trying to switch around, but then that shit actually has triple axle in the back, and you're giga fucked. Giga fucked, you know what I mean? Torch Song is literally Fire Dance, but twice as cheap. Fire Dance doesn't even boost. We were rocking Iron Moth today in a video I did with Joe and CTC for Joe's channel. That shit activated a grand total of negative fucking 5 times. We used that shit like 20 times and did it one time. Fire Dance is not a real move. Anyways, I'm certifying both Brout and Gekwa, but Gekwa will be my choice if I'm to buy this game and play it. I'm for sure picking Gekwa. This shit looks like it's gonna end up being strong. So there's no question. For me, this one's like the clear best. The design is so tough. This was crazy when they showed fucking mom and dad Pikachu pulling up. I was under the impression that, what's the word? Like when the door was opening, that the legendary was about to pop out, but it was just these two. Mr. Windy Chew and Miss Wavy Chew, bruh. Yeah, man. Type shit. Yo, Pikachu got a tan going on. Really been on the beach. Anyways, yeah, the starters are like, I mean, it's not anything like worse or better than what we usually get, in my opinion. I think a lot of folks are nostalgia locked as a whole. Like, yeah, bro, it's not fucking Chimchar and Piplup and Torterra and all them shits. I know those are the best, but don't count them out. Although this dog, it will have to grow on me for sure. This dog will definitely have to grow on me. But it's like whatever. I always usually think the grass type first starter, like the first part of the evolution, I always think the grass starters are pretty weak until the final Evo. I usually think the grass first stage is pretty weak. But this one's cool though. I think it's funny. That unibrow maxing is tough. You might genuinely be out of your prime when Gen 10 drops. Might. I'm cooked. I told you. If this comes out fall 2027, it's over. It's over. You'll have to go on to Gen 10 without me, which is okay. Everything comes to an end eventually. I'm telling you though, if this comes out December 2027, bro, we'll have to see. I'll take over then. That's what I'm saying, Noobish. I'm gonna give you the keys to the coop. I'll definitely carry my legacy if this shit comes out 2027 December. Am I wrong for thinking this is the worst batch of starters? Yeah, you're wrong, because you gotta let this marinate for a bit. We have the same discussion every time we see starters, which is like, bruh, shit's ass, shit's AI. You know what I mean? Like, every gen when we get the reveal, it's always like, bruh, are you serious? But like, this is the fucking first Mon you get. That shit's not supposed to be a Van Gogh masterpiece. It's just supposed to be some regular chill shit. Gen 8 was way worse than this. Look up the Gen 8 babies. Let me see this shit. Wait, yeah, I remember Gen 8 starters being whatever. I liked Score Bunny. Score Bunny looked mad tough. Gen 8 was pretty cold though, because Rillaboom and Ace are goated, and even Inteleon. Remember when I used to only call Inteleon intelligent? And I used to only call Cinderace court change? It's a tough life. It was a tough life for those two. I was typecasting them. Alright, so this is the Battle Pass shit again. Let's go back to Champions. Alright, yeah, I mean, I already talked about it. You can Battle Pass max and pay a little bit to get ahead, but overall, this shit is not pay to win. That's my final decree. I mean, I hope I'm right. I mean, I don't care either way. Because it's not like you have to pay, like, every month or some shit if you're not playing. Like, I feel like I'll probably play this a lot when it first comes out. And then probably hit a ceiling in terms of, like, what's fun. For me, at least. And then I'll probably come back after a bit. But I'm definitely buying that OG Battle Pass. Because they were saying there's a paid for version and a free version. Fuck that. I'm getting that paid Battle Pass. Alright, so this is the in-game Champions. I think this is a Japanese trailer. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? If you have a game, aren't you good? If you have a game, aren't you good? Like, you just transfer the shit? And then, so what? These are the first 4? Pulling up, or what? Where's my Japanese translators? Low-key Showdown be looking better? Bro, Showdown definitely does not look better than this. Let's have some honesty. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to, you know, I'm not here to say that this needs to, like, this will be the greatest client of all time for battling, but let's have some shame, alright? Showdown's ugly as a bitch. Let's get that out the way right now. This shit is a nice looking game. Let's see. If you got the Mons in home, you should be able to have everything for free. So you get the Mega Stones for the 4 ZA Pokemon Shun if you transfer them in. Alright, thank you. Thank you for that. I mean, overall, I'm just hyped to have a real battling client. Like, I don't know how many of you were around for Wi-Fi battling, but it was genuinely fun. I mean, Wi-Fi battling is old as fuck at this point. Last Wi-Fi battle I did was like 2014. And even by then, I was like playing Pokemon Online a lot. But it's like fun. It's like Gen 5 Wi-Fi battling is how I basically found out about competitive Pokemon. Like, I used to make teams with like a Fire, Water, Grass core every time, and then find a battle on Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder. And like, that's how I learned before I knew what like a simulator was. Like Pokemon Online, I didn't know what it was until I beat everybody in the Zat chat room I was in. And then I was talking mad shit, and one of the guys told me, he was like, yo, if you're really that good, go download Pokemon Online and climb that ladder. And I remember I played for like a week, and I was getting so fucking just owned. And I was like, damn, alright, so this is where like the big dogs play. Like, they play on simulator. And that's only when I like moved on from Wi-Fi. But Wi-Fi as a whole is fun. You also have to pay attention to so much more. Like, we're unbelievably spoiled playing on simulator, because you can like hover over a Pokemon, see how many moves it's used, see what moves it's used. You can hover over the Pokemon that are in the back. That shit doesn't exist on all fucking, back then at least. I don't know what Wi-Fi looks like today, but you can't fucking see a Pokemon's HP percent as it goes back into the ball. You can't know that the hazards are on the field. You don't know all this shit. I think now they show us some good stuff, right? Like, I remember watching VGC, and now they show like how many turns of Trick Room are left and whatnot, right? I swear when I was watching VGC, like, it shows the field effects and whatnot, if I'm not wrong. Like, they've done good to give a lot of like quality of life changes, so you don't have to like memorize everything. Back in the day, you had to fucking write down. You had to write down the Pokemon player's team before it started. Oh my god. Let me see some Mr. Cross and some W's in the chat. The GOAT Frankie just pulled up. Added 50 minutes. Nah, you the GOAT, Frankie. You know the subathon is going until next month. Nah, we are going. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will be here tomorrow. We will be here tomorrow. Let me see some W's in the chat for Frankie, man. Let me see some Mr. Cross. Let me see the choo-choo blunder emoji, matter of fact. What a fucking legend. 50 minutes added to the timer. We in this bitch. I hope a lot of you got gifted a membership. Huge shouts to Frankie. Thank you so much. Shouts to my guy Mikro as well. Dropping the 10. Only been streaming for 30 minutes, but we positive on the timer. The world's greatest subathon can't end before February ends. No, sir. It can't happen. Huge shouts to Frankie, man. Always pulling up. Showing some love. You the GOAT. Overall, I think you guys should not have too many doubts for champions. I'm the last person who's gonna be shilling for no reason. You know that. But even if the game is what, like slightly laggy or connection issues or whatever when it drops, I mean, that's to be expected of a massively played multiplayer game online at first. I'm sure there will be some good fixes by the time it comes out for phone. I also don't know how to feel about it not being on phones for a few months. Like, I understand they need to optimize it before they go live with the phone version. Sure, that's cool, but I still hope you can get like good battles and whatnot. The Zaw Online is actually pretty smooth, so I have hope. I have never disconnected playing Nintendo Switch Online, and I've only played 2 games of Mario Party with Joe and Mace, so I know my sample size isn't big. Actually, that's cap. I played Ultimate with 3D like a month or 2 ago, and it never DC'd or nothing. I mean, obviously these these are older games that, but at the end of the day, it's still the same like Nintendo servers. I mean, I don't know how servers and shit work for this, so I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I'm running this on a Samsung Galaxy S2. Your phone is going to go to 150 degrees. Your phone's gonna burn a hole in your hand. Nah, you're fucked up. Your phone is gonna actually burn a hole in your hand, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you load this on a Samsung Galaxy S2, you're gonna have a fucking bomb in your house in the form of your phone. Stay safe. Stay safe. Worst part about the OG Switch is not having an Ethernet cable. Oh, I didn't know it didn't have one. That's mad annoying. Yo, if you're real, you play this on your Samsung fridge. You won't go to Best Buy and download this. Can't wait for this to come to Kindle. Isn't crazy? You reading a book? Nah, gang. Just, loading up that champs. Alright, let's go over this. Shouts to Z Bandit, who compiled all this information. Because they compiled quite a lot of important stuff together in this thread. I didn't fully get to reading it, but I read like half of it. Huge shouts to you again, Frankie. Thank you for pulling up, adding to the subathon. We can't end here before February's complete, bro. Grinding ranked on my Meta Ray-Bans? Alright, you're pretty cold for that, I'm not gonna lie. If bro was wearing those Ray-Bans and also climbing the ladder at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, that's some pretty shiest aura. I just got that loud ass Malamar and Victory Bell ad. I told you that's the worst ad on YouTube right now. That Victory Bell ad and the Malamar, bro, that shit got me wanting to find a different game. That ad really triggers me every time I get it. It's so loud and annoying. Whatever though. I'm a bot. Alright. Pokemon Champions news from the Japanese Chinese sites. There's a lot of information that is absent from the English press site, many of which are vital to the functioning of the game, so I will document every new information not present in this thread. Pokemon Champions Starter Pack. The game will be free to play and include a one-time purchase of a starter pack. This includes 50 additional box space from 30 to 80, Verse Trainer theme from Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, 50 training tickets, and 50 recruitment tickets. Okay, so you can have 30 in your game at any time, which pretty shice to me. It's only gonna be 30 viable Pokemon anyways, buddy. So, shit. Alright, what do you think it is? You think you can transfer Mons back and then like choose which 30 you want? I mean, I'd probably pay for 80 if it's a one-time payment, like whatever. But it's also not the end of the world if you can just swap them out. Like, assuming this is easy to connect to your in-game, you can just fucking what do they use now? PK Hex? That's like the new program. Back in the Stone Age, that shit was called fucking Pokégen and PK Sav, or Pokésav rather. But yeah, if you can just swap them out, then we're chilling. Pokesav, RIP my OG. Pokesav was so tough. PK Hex ain't new. I mean, I don't play in-game, bro, so... Like, sorry, I don't know the fucking hacking program. But yeah, Pokesab and Pokegen were the ones for sure. I remember using Pokegen, and real elitist OGs would be like, it's Pokesab or die. Pokegen is for new lames. That's what they used to say. But I don't know, Pokegen had a pretty nice UI overall. Pokegen was mad easy to make like the one Pokemon. And like transferred into your game or whatever. I guess Pokesab was better for your actual sab editing, right? Anyways, I don't really give a fuck what they use nowadays. I'm just using it as a catch-all term for the old, like, hacking programs. But yeah, so it's probably easy, right? You just hack mons into your game, and then transfer them and transfer out. I mean, yeah, it's annoying to have to get your Switch, but it's like calm overall. I see people actually selling Pokemon. Does that shit actually exist? Does that shit actually exist? Where do they sell them? Wait, they really sell mons on eBay? Nah, no way. Wait, let me go check right now. No way. I sold my Max IV Iron Val on eBay. Wait, how much did you get for it? Wait, what? How much you get for it? Wait, hold on. Let me look this shit up. Max IV Pokemon on eBay. I'm looking this shit up right now on my phone. Wow. Yo, you're not lying. Yo, I'm seeing this right now. Shiny Ralts, level 24. Female Alpha Modest 6 IV Max Fast Trade, $9.99. Free 2-day delivery. I mean, that shit should be instant low key since you need to just trade it to me, but wow. This is, wait, yo, they got mad positive reviews too. 6,800. Whoa. Whoa, and they're just selling bare mons on here. Whoa. Mr. Rhyme, Shiny Corviknight, Shiny Rotom 6 IV. Yo! I had no idea this was real. No, this isn't a new hustle for me. How the fuck am I supposed to go ahead and catch these mons? I'm not into that. I'm just saying, it's pretty interesting that this is a real thing. Wow. You think Pokemon Company is mad at that? That folks are literally selling fucking Pokemon? How are they not tight about that? But I guess, what are they supposed to do about it? That's actually crazy. I always thought it was like a meme. Like, but then again, if you don't have like a friend that can get you legit Pokemon for like a VGC tournament or whatever, maybe you just pay, right? And like, if the person has a, if the vendor has like a reputable rating overall, then you're good. Cause I get it, nobody wants to fucking like put together a real legitimate team. I mean, I know IV hunting or IV training or whatever. It's not IV training, right? You like breed for IVs. It's different now, right? They've changed the game since back in the day, right? Like it's easier now, right? But regardless, you don't want to fucking grind for you know, EVs and IVs. I understand that completely. Pokemon gonna be like, we gonna need Face ID, and if you cheat, we dox you. Chill. You can use bottle caps, but it still sucks to grind. I get it. No, I mean, it makes sense because like if I, if you told me for me to take Mons seriously, competitively, and not even seriously from like a competing, just like to play with a real team, and you told me like, oh yeah, you know, it's gonna take you fucking like 2 weeks to actually build like one team, and that set is now frozen on your Mon. Most folks, you know, they're not gonna have the time to do that. RIP the homies that made bank by selling Mons on eBay. Champion's gonna take that away now. Wait, this is crazy though. I'm woken up to this market. They're tough for that. I'm about to go link up. I'm about to go DM that guy. on eBay. His name was like Ditto Banker. Tough ass name. I'm about to be like, yo, I'm trying to link. I'm trying to connect. Let's build. Alright, what is this saying again? Pokemon Champion Starter Pack. This game will be free to play and includes... yeah. So, 50 training tickets and 50 recruitment tickets. Training means what? You can... training means what? Like EV training and move training? You can like pick what you want. Probably EV is more than moves. And then recruitment tickets is just 50, like the 50 additional mons. I mean, having 80 mons in your game is more than enough. I remember when I used to Wi-Fi battle, I obviously had like a few hundred Pokemon in my game. But like a lot of them are dog shit. Like with 80 Pokemon, I can import the whole OU tier, so I don't really care. So I understand. I mean, shit, I'll be using the top 30 only, so I probably don't need 80, but I need different sets. So how would you change a mon's stats and moves after you've already locked it in? Because I'm going to need like 7 different Landorus T sets. You know what I'm saying? If he gets his moves back. And I'm going to need a Taunt U-Turn Gliscor. I'm going to need a Toxic Protect Gliscor. I'm going to need a Swords Dance Facade Gliscor. I'm going to need an EQ knockoff SD Gliscor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to need a SD Wogerpon. I'm going to need a U-Turn knockoff Wogue. I'm going to need a... You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need a Stealth Rock Spikes Red Card Tinglu. I'm going to need a Spikes Whirlwind Heavy Duty Boots Tinglu. Nah, they're shice. They're shice for that. They cooked. This will make you have to make a true all-purpose set. But what about the featured shitmons? I got news for you, buddy. I ain't paying $10 to lose with some shitter. So we out to only max usage Pokemon from now on. Get ready for that Landorus T featured mon video. Shit gonna be tough. Shit gonna be excellent. Now this will be funny. Get ready for that minimize Alolan Muck. I've been ready for the minimize Alolan Muck. We're gonna have a good time on that. Alright, so this is the training and recruitment. Okay. Private battle lobbies. You can create private lobbies where multiple battles can take place, presumably allowing for spectators as well. Well, that's super dope. I saw somebody make a tweet where they were like, is it only going to be pick 3 in local games? But I feel like you probably can pick 6. I mean, there's just going to be a timer regardless, since that's how Pokemon games work now. But I mean, this is all I care about. Private battle lobbies so you can play with your friends. Like that's the I don't like I like the idea of a ladder. Obviously a laddering is cool. I've always been into ladder, but like the fun is being able to play your friends in Pokemon battling. I don't want to just play randoms all the time. So no evasion clause is gonna be miserable. I feel like it's fine though. Like, cause think about BSS and VGC. It's not like you see fucking minimize getting to the top. I mean, sometimes you see like fissure and shit, right? But like overall, it'll be good. I think the biggest issue would be having to play with overpowered mons. Like if cause like we're gonna have Ubers, aren't we? Like that's how Pokemon Circuit like they have, like sometimes they have I mean it's gonna be regulations and the seasons and stuff like that, right? But I think that's what's gonna be the hardest for people to adopt if they're coming from Showdown or anything. Just like being like, all right, man, like Miraidon's in here, you know? But that's where obviously this private lobby shit comes into play, because you just like there's gonna be like a new Battle Finder, Smogon Battle Finder equivalent. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a new equivalent to this where people are gonna be able to find each other and play 6v6 battles. So is Champions out already? No, it's not out. It'll be out in April, is what they said. It's gonna be good vibes. Calling 8-year-old Timmy ass over VC because he dodged Fire Blast. Relax, relax, relax. There's not gonna be VC. Also, there's not gonna be any 8-year-olds playing this shit. Stall will kill the fun. I mean, like, maybe. I mean, there's gonna be a timer, so you can't even really stall unless, you know, you want games to go to timer. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. You can timer stall, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the format I'm looking for with this, what I'm looking for with this is what I'm looking for with this is just being able to battle my friends more than anything. So my friends are not going to be bringing stall, or even past my friends. If there's like a battle finder equivalent, you just tell the person, yo, just don't fucking bring stall. Like, just trying to play. You know what I mean? We'll see. A lot of games go to timer in BSS. Whoever has less mons loses. Bro, this shit's 3v3. How the fuck do they time out? It's because they be using fucking sub-recovered Terra Ground Ho-Oh and shit like that. I remember we were in the fucking vortex of hell when I was recording this shit with Pyro Joe and Champ. Bro, we were in the fucking vortex of hell. We could not be freed from that shit. It was a mess. That Ho-Oh was walling the fuck out of everything, just sitting there. I was like, bro, please stop. Alright. Private battle lobbies. Character customizations. You can change your outfits, set your pre-battle pose, Pokeball throw animation, and your victory animation. I'm not gonna hold you. This is where all of my dollars are going right now. I'm gonna have a crazy taunt, victory dance, whatever, when I win. The rest of the shit's whatever. Like, I don't care about my Pokeball throw and my pre-battle pose. But that winning pose is gonna be some crazy troll shit. Like, insane troll shit. Like, my emotes will be the greatest bait possible. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Zangler. This is a touch off topic, but I just sent you a crazy replay on your Smogon wall of mixed Blaziken 6-0ing that Hydreigon Storm Zone team at lead. It might be the future. I gotta tap in. I'll pull that up after we're done looking at this, because I want to see that. I was actually... Me, Joey, and CTC were using Blaziken earlier. That shit was putting in work, which is regular SD. Blaziken a fan favorite over here. Shout out to Mr. Zangler. Much love, gang. Blunder spending 5,000 on losing animation of smashing his Pokedex into the dirt. Nah, I would have a pretty troll losing one too. It would be like some fall to my knees despair. I like trolling on both sides. You can't only have a Shiest win one. You need a Shiest lose one as well. You know what I'm saying? You gotta max out on both ends. But yeah, this is like what we expected. I want to be able to change the Pokemon's clothes. The way Unite has all them shits pimped out. They were talking about some Blastoise and Hip Hop outfit, if you remember. That was that was something. Not installing champions unless I can hit the gritty after losing 06. You're gonna get banned if you hit that shit after losing 06. Blunder, do you think the reason why they're re-releasing Gen 3 games is because of the Jimothy Core propaganda? Do I think? No, I know. I know. They saw what Jim was doing with Gen 3. They said we need to get on that. Like, it's not about do I think. I know. So, you caught them. Okay, we got some in-game lore shit here. This guy's crazy looking. Tough ass belt. You can join a membership that gives you various benefits. Increased box size, increased battle team count, member exclusive missions, and additional battle music. So that's just like if you want to. Like if you want to pay. I mean, we knew about increased box size. It was written about increased battle team count. So this is just to have like, it's just to have teams like preset, so you can just pick rather than having to put the 6 together. I see. Shout out to S. Ralper. I can't wait to pay $25 a month to rent Embor and terrorize double ZU. Can you imagine? Embor's shy. Stop hating on the GOAT. What if they add like clans or something? Bro, can you imagine Can you imagine? I'm literally gonna be on IDM Blunder. I'm literally gonna be on IDM X Agency X like Samsung Blunder. Like I'm deadass gonna, bro. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna make like the most insane clan tag of all time. Fucking IDM Agency Tyrants Samsung Shogun Blunder. That's gonna be my full fucking name. FBG is gonna be on there too. Actually, I'm telling you right now. Also, you can only join the agency clan if you get top 10. Those were the old rules of the clan we had on Pokemon Online that CTC made. He said only if you get top 10 can you apply. And then you have to play like 10 different players in our clan to decide. The way to get in was impossible. That shit was harder than the NBA. But, had to keep the scrubs out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep the scrubs out. So you had to get top 10 and then you had to play all of the... You had to play like 10 different players. And then even if you won most of your 10 games, CTC, aka El Chapo, was able to just say, nah, you're not ready. Hit the road, Jack. Crazy, crazy, crazy. If clans are in this, it's fucking over. I'm getting number 1 on a clan tag. You must be crazy. If clans are in this, the whole thing changes. The whole thing changes. Can we pay to win our way into the clan? Like, can I give CTC a little bribe? Yeah, but it can't be a little bribe. You know what I'm saying? You wearing this tag? This is drip, bitch. That shit ain't cheap. But we can't be bribed. But this is drip. Alright? Rocking that tag? Yo. Yo. If clans in, I'ma lead the Aura clan. There used to be a clan called Aura back in the day. They had some tough-ass clans back in the day. Aura, Endgame Team. They had some tough-ass names back in the day. Nobody was as shiest as IDM, but they definitely had some shiest clans back in the day. Overall, you guys brought up a great point. I'm praying that clans exist. We need clans. It's not a question of want. We need that AGC IDM XFBG. I'm getting into the clan after gifting 10 members type shit. Shh. That'll be patched soon. When I'm at the function and they genuinely don't know I'm a number 7 runner-up pending IDM kid. Nah, I gotta screenshot this message and send this shit to CTC. This is too funny. When I'm at the function and they genuinely don't know I'm a number 7 runner-up pending IDM candidate. They don't know this is drip. They don't know this is drip. All right, we only have 15 spots for entrance. Also, you got to be willing to fucking die for the gang, all right? If you join our clan on Pokemon Champions, if any challenger pulls up, you got to drop what you're doing and get on the fucking field and battle them. And if you lose, you're fucked, all right? So that's our rules. You have to drop everything at any time for new challengers. And if you lose, it ain't enough for you to leave the clan. You got to die as well. I'm so sorry to say, but you know, we were the strongest clan back on Pokemon Online for a reason. And we didn't get there. We didn't get there by, you know, being soft. You know what I'm saying? We only got there by really, truly living and breathing this shit. So, if you lose for the IDM Agency Samsung Tyrants Shogun Collective, it's over with. It's over with. Streets were saying that if you load Volcarona, you can sweep IDM. Is that true? First off, we never lost the clan war. Not once. It got close one time. But we won 5-3, so it wasn't even close like that. If it was close, it would have gone to tiebreak. Anyways, we never lost a clan war. Never lost at all. I'm telling you, this is serious shit. All that Smogon tournament shit is nothing compared to the old winning for the guild. Now imagine losing for the guild. That's a feeling worse than death. You know what I'm saying? All right, maybe not. But it felt like it at the time. It truly... Losing for the guild? Bruh. I don't even want to begin to think about it. The night sweats that would follow losing for the guild. No, I'm dying for the guild, bitch. No shot. No shot. Anyways, be careful. If you join the clan, you gotta be willing to go all the way. That's a dying. I remember playing Call of Duty with my cousin in I don't know how old I was, maybe like 13 or 14, and like I never played Call of Duty ever. It just wasn't. I mean, I had a fucking Wii, right? So there's no Call of Duty. I mean, maybe there was Call of Duty for the Wii, but I was playing fucking Mario and shit. The point is, I remember every time I get smoked by someone, they would always have a clan tag. Always. That was like real Call of Duty shit. And every single player would have some random tag. And when somebody pulled up to the game, or like pulled up to your lobby, and it was like 5 of them with the same tag, you knew you were about to play the most MLG shit ever invented. Shout out to Rocket dropping a 10. Much love to Rocket. Been pulling up for every single stream so far. You the GOAT. Can I join the IDM clan now? I paid my fee. Shh. I told you not to put it on blast like that, alright? Alright, we have 14 slots left. A slot just got occupied, but I won't be discussing information till more weeks pass. But we mysteriously are down to only 14 slots left for IDM clan entrance after this. This championship is serious if you ain't in the clan. That's what I'm saying. Nah, we running up with clan tags. I don't care. Even if there's no clans, I'm gonna make my name fucking IDM Agency Blunder. Like, I'm making that shit my name 100%. Nobody better steal that shit. It's gonna be amazing. You think we'll get more news in March or no? I think we're gonna get like a little bit more news about champions in March before it comes out. Probably just like random leaks or like whatnot. But yeah, I'm certain. I'm certain. I just hope it drops like before the end of April. But I mean, again, I don't really mind. You know what I mean? Like, I can wait 2 months. Why did I wrench myself off of doom scrolling Twitter just to tune into Blunder doom scrolling? You know, I deleted Twitter today after the after I got my tweets off about the new game and looked through the tweets, because I don't like having it on my phone overall. If I go on Twitter on my desktop computer, I feel like I'm 76 years old, so that already stops me from doing it. But maybe you just need a break like me. If you see me tweet in the next 2 months, you gotta respond to my tweet and be like, "Oh, dude, you capped. Pussy." Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to Noobish Trainer Joe. My liege, I dedicate my blade to the agency knighthood. This humble servant will put it all on the line for the good of the guild. We rich over here. I'm telling you, that's how everybody needs to be moving. If I see anybody rocking that tag and then a loss follows, I'm telling you, you can't just pay with excuses. You gotta pay with your life. And if you're willing to take that risk, please, we would love to have you. I'm just saying. You run into agency clan tag on the ladder, be ready to graciously donate some points. Please tell me Gen 10 is January, February 27 and not November. I can't have another 2 years of Gen 9 OU. I'm gonna hope as well the same as you. I don't want another year and 8 months of holy shit. Shout out to Goat McDeezy dropping the 50. Timer about to go up to 3 hours, but we were in the 1 hour. Holy shit. Another spot reserved in the clan. Matter of fact, he just reserved, he just reserved actually, like, you know, 4 family members as well. Nah, bro, I just got the message. He said, yo, but my little cousin and my parents and my dog are trying to join the clan too. Yo, mysteriously, we only have 8 slots left for entrance. Somehow, I don't know how, but we only have 8 slots left for potential candidates in our clan. Nah, huge shout outs to McDeezy, always pulling up to the streams, always showing love. This can't be this can't be the last day. It just can't be. We gotta go till the end of February. Thank you so much, gang. That's mad generous of you. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for dropping 50, making everybody an agent. Let me see your favorite agency emote in the chat right now. Let me see. I haven't posted this one in a while. The Crying Chopper Blunder. This one is incredible. Oh my god, Night Ranger dropping the 50 as well. Oh my god. Yo, yo, yo. We going to the fucking moon. Shoutouts to Night Ranger. Shout out McDeezy. Shout out Rocket. Shout out Frankie. Timer was in the 1 hours. We had 352 now. Cause we gotta cook. We gotta cook. We gotta cook. Alright. Everybody all aboard the agency train. We're running out of potential. We're running out of potential members to join at this point. Sorry to say. Sorry to say. We're getting to our last couple members allowed. But the G League is on the way, which you can join for a small purchase of $299.99. You know what I'm saying? The G League is OTW. Don't worry. We want to see y'all making some waves. I only got trend to offer first. I'm gonna be on the agency Shanghai Sharks. Now you cooking, yo, that's a prestigious spot, all right. The agency, I'm on the agency Shanghai Sharks is crazy. You about to be pulling up with your jacket. We gonna rip the IDM right off the sleeve. I'm dying. Shoutouts to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all so much. Mad generous. I love seeing everybody membered up here. For those of you who are saying like, how do I keep avoiding a member? Make sure in your settings you're able to be gifted a membership. That's like 9 out of 10 times the reason why people are always in the stream chats not being able to get gifted a membership. Sometimes you just probably haven't turned it on. If you lose a main clan game, you go there, huh? Nah, we have some, you know what I'm saying? We have some nuance. Wonder all these subs gonna supply the bribe to Junichi for custom W and L emotes. Bro, that's the shit I'm most excited for. By a mile. By a mile. I wanna taunt. You've seen me play Fortnite. I will kill one person after whiffing every shot, and I'll hit that gritty in front of 3 opponents and die right there. I'm never getting my kill and not taunting. I love emoting. I love it out here. You know what I'm saying? I am but a humble goon ready to be micromanaged. I'm telling CTC I want him to put word out that we back up. Yo, are there gonna be bots and champions? The way Fortnite, I always be flexing on bots? Wait. Yo. Yo. New set of bots to farm until I get to high ladder? Yo. You lose a clan game for AGC, we pulling up 10 men deep and taking the patch off? We taking that IDM logo off your jacket, gang. We replacing that shit with fucking RBs. No way champions will have bots spamming the quadruple weather team. Yo, what are you doing if you load up champions and you run into that motherfucker with Pelipper, Wake, Torkoal, Tyranitar? What the fuck are you doing? Holy shit. Nah, the best message is still the one that Marcus sent. When I'm at the function and they genuinely don't know I'm a number 7 runner-up pending IDM candidate. I'd be in the corner, hands in my pockets, thinking about some, damn, I hope I pass my tryouts next week. Fuck all that other shit they got going on. Level 80 mono grass. Oh my god, I almost forgot about that shit. Galarian Darmanitan Zen mode. That's a tough username. We're gonna be able to use that guy in champs. Darm G better be back. What was Darm G's VGC experience? Was he good in Gen 8? Was he shiced in Gen 8 VGC? Or is he less shiced because they be Dynamaxing and shit and it's a choice guy? So the item matters less. Oh yeah, it's frail as fuck. Yeah, fair. It's fair as fuck. I mean, frail as fuck. Yo, I wish that shit was allowed in Gen 9. Or like it was in Scarlet Violet. Obviously, it'd probably be banned from fucking singles, but that would have been cool to see some usage on that guy in Ubers. Darm G is one of the most unique Pokemon of all time. That brother would click Banded U-turn into Rotom Wash and do 50%. That shit was nonsensical. Literally nonsensical shit. But I loved it. It never won anything. Yeah, that frailty matters a lot. And also, like, you can't switch up your move. That's also a bitch. Icicle Crash isn't spread either, so it's not like you can, like, flinch troll or whatever. But, alright. Battle Pass. When you battle, you accumulate SBS. Season battle score, raising your battle pass level that unlocks rewards. There's also a battle pass upgrade where with real money you can unlock additional rewards. Okay, so this is the same shit as the this is the same shit as fucking I was talking about Fortnite. You buy the pass one time and then you're good. You know what I mean? Like, you're good. That's what it seems to be. Which is what we want, right? But you'll probably need to play their online modes rather than, like, playing your friends. Like, I bet if you play your friends in local lobbies, you probably don't get EXP or battle pass points or whatever. How does Unite's battle pass work? Is Unite's battle pass, you buy battle pass one time and then you play enough? You gotta buy it each time? It's not like Fortnite where you play a lot and you get V-Bucks and you can buy it. You gotta actually buy a new pass every month? Ooh. How often is that and how much does it cost? This is about to be a really important question that needs answering. How often is Unite's and how much does it cost? So I need the answer to. Cause I'm buying myself an M-board tonight. We got pork. You buy it once every 2 months and it's $6? Oh, bro. That's fine. I thought it was like a once a month, like $10, $15 thing. And I was like, that's egregious. Every 2 months, $6 is like fucking whatever. That's calm. That's super calm. I guess you gotta pay for online though, which is Nintendo's online. But even Nintendo's online is pretty cheap. I'm not trying to justify fucking microtransactions or whatever. I'm just saying, like, the cost of playing this isn't like that crazy overall. Might have to put all my agency merch on Grill to afford this. High key. I'm about to hit up the guy who I'm about to hit up that guy I found on eBay that was selling perfect IV mods for $10. I'll be like, yo, I got agency 2025 and 2026 unreleased merch on me right now. You trying to make a swap? You trying to send me 50 perfect 6 IV Pokemon? And I send you that drip, and I send you a free certificate to be an associate in the agency, IDM, FBG, Samsung, Tyrants, Shogun Clan. You know what I'm saying? I might just have to make that might have to make that connection. The character customization is going to be the wave this game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Unite is unironically run by Tencent or something. Champions is handled by ILCA, the guys who run Pokemon Home. The monetization won't be the same for sure. Is Unite actually run by Tencent? I feel like that's not true. Maybe I capped. I mean, I don't really care either way. I just hope that it's not anything too suffocating in terms of that shit is. Oh, it is by Tencent. I just googled it. Did you know that Pokemon Unite has surpassed 200 million downloads? Unite is also a Chinese MOBA. Isn't Pokemon Unite in China like way more shiced than the ones that like we know? Doesn't that shit look like TFT? Isn't Unite in Chinese in Chinese? But isn't Unite in China like it literally looks like TFT? I know, because I remember seeing gameplay footage of it and I was like, oh, this actually looks super fire. I'm gonna have to tap in. Yo, I might deadass have to tap in. I never played TFT, but my guy Max Ketchum always tells me I'd love that shit if I played it. Alright, so we got this battle pass shit. Opening cutscene. I saw that. New Pokemon sightings. I will document every new Pokemon shown based on Cerebee's available Pokemon list. Alright, Azu, Steelix, Whimsicott. Alright, some King Gambit is back. Oh, dude, kill myself. Alright. Elephant is pretty shiced. Armarouge could probably be shiced. Corvus, whatever. It's pretty shiced. Mad Megas are on the way back. Tyranitar in this bitch too. Assuming all these shits are back, right? Nah, this is tough. Why did they forget to put Tyranitar? Or whatever. I mean, they got some good picks all around. I mean, we can assume everything from Za is going to be back. Oh, I heard mad folks saying that Ferrothorn is back. Can anyone confirm that Ferrothorn is indeed back? But I saw a lot of folks saying that Ferrothorn's back. Did they show it in a trailer or something? I forgot. Ferrothorn back is like a true rejoice type vibe, you know? Ferrothorn is in the art for Worlds, but no other appearances. Okay. Okay. Bro, if they put Mans in a 30th anniversary art and then don't bring him back, that's a nasty troll. That's a nasty troll right there. Is Maractus coming back? Bro, I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. I saw a funny tweet today from Electric Wind Girlfriend. And she said, none of you fake fucks even registered that Wailord is back, but I'm real, so I did. And that shit had me dying. Cause me and Sama always have this conversation, and it's like, dude, there are mons that are folks' favorite that have been canned for like 2 gens now. Like, there are some folks that are just dying for their mans to pull up again. And I completely understand. I always get my OU shit. You know, I always get my Landers tea. I had to live with no Gliscor in Gen 8. I cried every day about it. I had to live Gen 9 with no Ferrothorn. Cried every day about it. Gen 9 was nasty work, though. They took away all the defogging. They took away Landers' ability to knock and all. They got rid of Toxic. They were moving villainously with the Gen 9s. What they did to the movesets. Dexit Craw would end timelines. Can you imagine? They need a Dexit Aloe and G-King. Yo, they need to low-key make a new Slowking form and get rid of G-King. I'm taking a stand. They gotta get rid of G-King and make a new joint. Make that shit Slowking Wind or some shit, or Slowking Wave, and just like, yo, new shit is needed. I'm not with all that Galar King. He gotta go. He gotta go right now. Me taking 2 minutes waiting for Cynthia Wailord to die was a vibe. That's some real shit. Blunder, do you also have problems sleeping at night, fearing that Bruxish could get Dexited? Bruxish is never getting Dexited. I would never allow Bruxish to die. I'm a super Bruxish fan. I would never allow that shit to happen. I would step in before Junichi made that grave mistake. Huge shoutouts to Radiant Mackerel dropping the 5. Thank you, boss. Let me see the choo-choo blunder emoji. We need to get a 5 train going. We need to keep this timer heavy for tomorrow so it can be a super mega stream tomorrow. 2 more years of Gen 9 OU, billions will cry. No, billions will rejoice. I've been thinking about it, and some of you were probably around for it, but in 2019, the last year of Sun and Moon OU, I hosted a tournament, a singles tournament for Gen 9 OU. It was enormous. I mean, not Gen 9, Gen 7 OU, because it was 2017. This was when Sun and Moon was in its final year. But I hosted a tournament. I basically like put together a prize pool for me and a few other creators that I'm grateful for stepping in, because I mean, I was in college, I didn't have bread like that, but we pulled together and made like a $2,200 prize pot, and the top 8 for that tournament was all in one day, and I wanted to try that out, so I made the top 8 take place one day, and it was BO5 with team lock, which was, I know it was a lot of crazy rules like that, but I just wanted to see what it would be like, and it was a pretty epic playoffs. Like, it was an insane day of watching. Team lock means you have to build 5 good teams. It's not some, oh my god, like my opponent, I was just watching his set and now I'm gonna cook up this nasty C team. It was nothing like that. You had to lock in your 5 and you had to roll up and you can pick the order you want for your teams, of course, but it was pretty entertaining overall to to have the top 8 be on one day and BO5 nonetheless. It was really entertaining. So anyways, the reason I bring this shit up is because that was a pretty big success, and I'm gonna probably do that again, probably in like the fall. Did Shady drop a bag on that tour? Yes, shouts to Shady. I can actually tell you who did me a solid on that, because I remember I was in college. I didn't have fucking 2,200 bands like that, or $2,200 rather. Shady helped me with that. Nexus helped me with that. That shit was fire. False Swipe Gaming and my guy Duncan Knee Deep. Shouts to all of them. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely probably do that again for Gen 9 OU, because we need some new shit. We need some new shit, and that shit'll be fire. Yeah, Duncan is a goat, bro. Inventor of the FFA. Blender, do you remember the combo you had with Suave about the 700 pounds guy going to war that had me dying? Yeah, I was a 700 pound guy, bro. Blender, safe to say all starters and pseudos are back at launch? Alright, shiest. Mega Blaggeron? This is probably just a mistranslation, right? I was like, in what world is bro called Blaggeron? Shit tough as fuck though. Alright, I was showing this off myself when we were streaming earlier. That hat has a legit set. I mean, it's healer, but it's Calm Mind 3 with max special, max HP. What is this? Is this Gen 10? Or is this Champion still? This Champion still, right? Cutscenes are tough. This is Champion's trailer, I saw this. Shout out to Z Banded. Wait, Victini back? Perfect. I've been begging for that shit for a minute. Oh, this is cold. Oh, this is super cold. Imagine paying for Embor? What do you mean imagine? I'm breaking the bank on Embor. That shit might not mean something to you, but it means something to me, buddy. This shit means something to me. Alright, so this is the Champions opening movie. I actually haven't seen this. Let's take a look. Was this in the presents? It wasn't, right? This is pretty dope. Like, they made it look extremely epic. Like, they got a duel. Who is this? Who is this character? Caraway? Is she new? Or are any of these characters from Suave? Like, who is this Kojima Meira Frontier? What games are these dudes from? She's new? They're all new? Wait, that's pretty shiced. New lore and shit? So it's not just a full battling, like, wait, that's actually dope that they have some lore to it. That's what the fucking like missions will be and shit. Wait, that's actually pretty shy. He's the mayor of IDM. Facts. Wait, I like that the shit has lore. That's pretty dope. Hat and Serp get brought out. Yeah, one to click Nuzzle and one to click Glare. That shit is so tough, bro. They had been said that there'd be a side story mode to get more points on. I mean, that's pretty cool though. Like, what if they make like challenging in-game battles to like a degree of challenging, at least for like new players to understand what's going on? Because if you went fresh into Pokemon and you played on this, you'd probably be mad confused, or you'd like not improve because you'd probably play like fellow bots. So if they have like a shiest story-based mode where even then there's like some modicum of like real competitive stuff, I think it could be a really good way to like put new players on, or like allow them to at least understand what's going on. Starting up story mode and first opponent puts fake out, protect parting shot. It's life. Is Kojima natty? Yeah, that's a good question. Let's go back. Yeah, he's natty. We got a bit of gyno happening too. Nah, he's natty. I just checked. He's natty. He's natty. He's natty. He's natty. Trust me. Alright, this is a dope trailer. And this is the fucking presents. Sorry, that beat is loud as fuck, I'm sure. Alright, what am I looking at? I like this pull out the iPhone versus the Switch. You know what I'm saying? If you play on your iPhone, you're nonchalant. It's like when I capitalize the first G, and then I lowercase the next G when I say GG. So they always think, oh, he smoked me on phone, while I was hunched over on my laptop. So remember, if you play on phone, it's more shice. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you right now. Like, if you're playing on Switch too, and you lose to a dude with a fucking Huawei or some shit, you're gonna rage. Like, you lost. All caps GG equals psychopath. Look what I'm about to post in the chat right now. This is how I used to stylize my endings when I played a person. This is what I used to write back in the day. Look in the stream chat. This is what I used to type. I used to type this. This is how I used to tell people GG. GG's G, all caps. Most like disgusting style of all time. But hey, that's how you let them know. That GG's G, you know what I'm saying? Letting them know. Letting them know. Sending straight hieroglyphics.
We the champ.
Nah, my favorite is a WP. I like the folks that say WP. Even when the opponent gets like 6-0'd and they say WP, I always feel like they're mad trolling. I've never been a WP guy. But there was a time where I lost a tournament game, and I said at the end, "You outplayed me," and the guy said, "Thank you," and that was just, you know, that was just our interaction. But he smoked me on some key turns where I had to at the end of the game acknowledge his steez. I had to. It was the only time I had ever felt like I lost and I had to truly glaze the opponent, but I had to. He outplayed. That was like the only time I've ever said any variation of WP.
Please take a look at this video.
Can you show us the game? I mean, it's boring. It's like balance versus his stall, and like he got me on some prediction turns. It's like a 120 turn game. It's not that interesting, but he smoked me. It's pretty shy. You can look up the game. Blunder versus Quaze, Quaze, but it's like a long, boring game. I'm not gonna show you. Like he literally had He literally had Hippo, Corv, Pex, Clef. So it was like pretty boring overall. And I had like a similar team, except I had a breaker. But he got me on some key turns is the point I'm trying to make. His name, Ben Gate? Bro, I smoke Ben every time we play. Playing on the toilet with my phone and winning against a tryhard on his Switch 2 or PC Android emulator gotta be the toughest flex in Champions. I'm telling you, play on Samsung, you win. Playing on iPad is aura neutral. That's like basically playing on a Switch. All these guys are back for champs, right? Surely we didn't get Za for champions to come out 6 months later and not feature any of these Pokemon. Surely, right? Surely. I hope someone leaks the mobile APK early. They're gonna be playing Champions on fucking BlueStacks emulator. Shit gonna be movie. Shit gonna be movie time. I mean, we saw Mega D Knight, so I think so. That shit could happen. Did you guys see the meme where it was like, I choose hope, and it was like the two roads for the starter Gekwa, and one of the roads is like the good ending, and that's Greninja and Primarina, and the other one was the bad ending, and that's Inteleon. That's how I feel as well. Please don't make another Inteleon. Shit's buns. But Prim and Greninja, too shiced. Way too shiced. Like those are some of them ones. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of the those are the ones. Let's see. All right, I found it. This is what I said. This is what I said in that battle. Because even I was curious what I said. This is what I said. Sometimes you got to keep yourself humble. You know what I'm saying? You can't always think your loss was because of you. Sometimes you got to stay humble. So this is extremely rare footage. Extremely rare, never before seen. But he was pre-shiced, so I had to give him that props. Rare, but real. Rare, but real. I think back then, though, I actually was playing on my phone that year. But it doesn't matter. He shiced me. You told me that last week after the PayPal NatDex games. Dead ass. Have an affinity for water type starters. Please be good. Them shits will be good, bro. Like we can honestly go on Showdown right now and compare some of the most recent starters, and I'm telling you, they've done good overall. I mean, a lot of this shit is ability carry as well. These are the last two teams I recorded with, by the way. This SD Lucario with CTC and Joe, banger, and then this fucking Dusknor team, which was garbage, but it did better than I thought. CTC was making Lord plays that video. I'm not even gonna hold you. He was going crazy, making some boss calls. But what are the last few water starters? Right, we have Quaquaval, which has a pretty shiced distribution. This mon is not bad. It's just not great, which is fine. When's the video dropping? The Dusknor video is probably dropping tomorrow, or maybe on like Sunday. And then the video with Joe and CTC will drop sometimes next week. The issue with Quaquaval and Inteleon is that they're lame. Get the fuck out of here. Quaquaval's fucking tough as shit. What are you talking about? This is too tough. The Zesty Duck is crazy fire. Stop hating. Quaquaval reminds me of my most spammed Fortnite avatar. This guy right here. Hold on. The real ones are gonna know who I'm about to pull up. Real ones know who I'm about to pull up right now. The real know what I'm about to pull up right now. This who he remind me of. Nah, yo. My guy Thunder the Lizard from Fortnite. When I pop out with Thunder the Lizard, you know I mean business. Nah, bro got that shit on, bro. That's what I'm telling you. That's what Quaquaval remind me of. Just got that shit on, bro. Lizard is too tough. Sorry, I had to make sure nobody was hating too hard. You know what I mean? Thunder the Lizard got that shit on. I don't care. Quavo swept me the first time I played against it. That's the only reason I always respect this mon. Because I really have gotten packed by this. Triple Axle, Aqua Step. It shit has Swords Dance. It shit has Moxie. Like, it's the perfect candidate to snowball out of control, but it just never does. Because at the end of the day, power level went up. 85 speed's also pretty damn good. Don't get it twisted. Inteleon lame as hell though. No saving him. Fuck out of here. Inteleon got number 1. I don't even think Quavo did that. But Mr. Jambag got number 1 with Inteleon when the gen came out. He had a rain team, max special attack, max speed, timid, specs, Terra Water, and everybody was running fucking Pex at that time. This was pre-G King era. Everybody was running Pex. And so he would Terra Water, Hydro, and 2 KO Pex in the sweep. I remember that team was super genius. That team even had a Slowking on it. I still have that garbage. Let me check. I still have that hot garbage. Nah, it looks like I only have fucking cold garbage. Alright, let me find that hot garbage real quick. I'm gonna show you all that team if you don't remember. Let me fucking history max on you right now. People talking too much shit about Inteleon. Need to knock all that shit off. Inteleon's actually legit. Give me a second. I'm telling you, we can actually recover from this. Water starter, guys. Let me find this fucking gem Inteleon bullshit. Here we go, I found it. This team was psychotic. He had triple knockoff on this shit. But yeah, Gem got number 1 on the ladder with this team. Like sometime spring 2023. Shout out to the GOAT Sojan. Dropping a 20, adding 20 to the timer. Yo, we were at an hour or something, but we're at a strong 3 hour 45 now. Shout out to the GOAT Sojan. Let me see that choo-choo blunder emoji in the chat if you membered up. Quavo hit rank 6. Did it? Let me see what Joe just posted. Oh, this is actually pretty shiced. This is a pretty nasty 6. Alright. Because this was done without screens or webs, this is impressive overall. What was the set? AV? AV with max attack, max speed. That's pretty dope. I've seen FizzDef Quavo before too. CTC gave me a shit team back in the day with max HP, max defense, rapid spin, helmet Quavo. And I remember tanking 2 headlong rushes. Oh my god. Another 50 bomb on the agency? Another one? Oh my gosh. Shout out to Evil Milkshake. Shout outs to the GOAT Sojan. The agency must provide. We must stream until morale improves. It's known. It's known. We can't go anywhere. Everybody membered up in the agency. Shout out to Kintsugi. Quavo literally Brazilian. I won't take slander on a fellow countryman. L take from that guy. Nah, I agree though. I agree. Quavo's legit. It's just not as good as Dirge and Meow. But overall, I'm not gonna let people LARP like they haven't been swept by that shit. IDM promotion for that type shit. Literally. Huge shouts to Evil Milkshake again. Thank you so much for the 50 bomb. And a huge shouts to my guy Sojan as well. Dropping to 20. We just added 70 minutes to the timer. Real calm. We're moving. We're making moves. I got a lot to stream. I'll probably still stream Emerald Kaizo after this. It's gonna be epic. We back over 4 hours like crazy. Back like we never left. Dirge is pretty overrated. Well, Dirge was really good for a year. Let's not pretend. Obviously, Gliscor came around and changed up the scene a bit. But Dirge was very good for a year. Also, Dirge actually just pulled up again in tournament. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Dirge has recently pulled up again in tournament. Let me find the replays. Let me find it. Because I actually quite like the look of this Dirge team. Shit's cool. Let me show y'all right now. Alright, take a look at this shit. Sakri. Using this pretty dope looking Dirge team. I mean, the team is pretty weak to to Wogue. But I mean, every team's weak to Wogue. So just get like all the turns right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Dirge, new Dirge team spotted. No, Dirge was really high usage for a minute. It's just that, bro, you get owned by Gliscor, so it's pretty difficult. Also, Tinglu gets max hazards on your bitch ass. And if your Dirge ever gets knocked, you might as well just fucking be down a Pokemon, you know what I mean? Nah, but Dirge was still cooking. I brought Dirge to many tournament battles in 2023. And even in 2024, I brought Dirge. That shit got hacked. But I still brought it. Just swept another guy with Mixed Blaze, but Dirge would have stopped it. Just saying, shouts to the GOAT, Mr. Zangler. Nah, Dirge is legit. It's just when your Dirge gets bullied, you're like, fuck, bro. I can't believe I brought Dirge. But no, gang. Dirge is actually still shiced, you know? Bro, literally just don't get knocked off. And that shit is heat. That shit is heat as long as you don't get knocked off. Wogue introduction was a little bit annoying. Let's just started bullying it a lot because the best Terra was Terra Water. I think the best Terra is still Terra Water. I don't know what else you'd run on Dirge. Let me scroll through this battle and see what Dirge was about. You know what I'm saying? Slither is pretty shice. Wall's fucking 4 Pokemon on this team. Well, 3. You don't wall Wogue, but you scare it out. But look at this, 27 from Headlong Rush. Okay. The 27 from Headlong is pretty impressive. That shit clicks Wisp and gets U-turned on. Oh, they both dodge Wisp. That was a smart Wisp though. If you don't burn Pult, it's never taking damage on boot spam. Oh, that shit Specs. What else would it come in on Ice Spinner? Oh no, it clicked Wisp. No, it is Specs. I'm shiced. I knew that shit was Specs Wisp. I'm like, no way you run a fucking Tusk Boots Pult on this. Alright. Let me see what the fuck Dirge did in this game. That should do anything. Alright, Dirge pulled up on Slowking G. This is burn, so Earthquake probably does 30%. Yeah, 37. Alright, more than I expected, low-key. Hex kills. Dragapult comes in on Cudgel again. A big turn. Slacks off on Sludge. Misses Wisp. Hits. Click Torch on the switch. Come on. Great call, great call, great call. And now a Terra in front of this. Yup. Let me see how much Katao does with 4 deads. So you can see, bro, Dirge is really tanking that shit. That's Mr. Tank that hit, bruh. That's Mr. Tank that hit, bruh. 43 from 4 deads. You know, I mean, what is Dirge's defense? It's like 100 base? Or is that shit 75? I used to run Spadef Crocs. I'm not gonna lie. I used to like the Spadef Croc a lot. Alright, 100 defense. Wait, I didn't even realize bro had base 110 special attack. Yo, shit's strong as fuck. Nah, but Dirge was always pretty fucking valid. I've used 2 Dirge teams to success in tournament in the past. If I remember correctly. This is one where Dirge definitely cooked. This is me on the other side, by the way. Oh yeah, you know it's me because look at the Tinglu's nickname. What did Dirge do in this game? I should do anything. Dirge came in on T-Wave, took 25 from Volt Switch because I think I was Spadef. Killed that shit with Hex. I don't think that shit actually did anything. Yeah, that shit actually didn't do anything in this game. I sacked that shit immediately. Yeah. And then the other game I had with Dirge was... I mean, like, I'm trying to say is like Dirge actually puts in that work. Wait, I did lose with a Dirge team, actually. Bro, I did lose with a Dirge team. Wait, no, I didn't. I'm thinking of a different team. And I lost to a Dirge before as well, because that shit beat my... This was Volcarona meta, and Dirge walled my Volk, it walled my Zamazenta, and it walled my Dragonite all at the same time. And I brought an HO, and Dirge just packed me up. So basically, to end this glaze session of the Croc, the shit's pretty fire. The shit's pretty fire. No pun intended. Dirge got one more left in him. After we take a look at this Croc, can we share my replay with the class? Oh, facts. Let me tap in. Let me tap into what you sent me. I'm trying to see this ass beating. Nah, your team is crazy. Now you put together one of them ChatGPT builds, Mr. Zangler. The double ghost, but also there's a Reggie Drago for no fucking reason. But then there's a Tinglu Corv, word to Blimax. This is the team we played earlier, and we beat this team with SD Lucario. We beat it 2 times actually with SD Lucario. Cause Jolly's faster than Tusk. And then Life Orb Crunch for that what's this shit called? Patch. Alright, let me peep this. Let me see if this was an ass beating. Blizz Cheney is crazy. What the fuck? That's Life Orb? It's not even specs. What the fuck is his damage? Alright, we gonna see a knockoff? Oh, CC on the Switch? Nah, you're cold for that. Nah, you're cold for that. Let me see this Fire Blast, though. Nah, you're cold for that. I can't lie. Alright, it's fine. Damn, CC on the Switch doing 51, but first 71 to Petch is crazy work. Or 77 to Petch. That's nasty. Blaziken back in on the rocks. We don't give up free turns. Damn, CC again. Get the roll, get the roll. Let's fucking go. They're just gonna die. Yo! Oh. Wait, nah, you weren't lying about this game, bruh. That dude forfeited. I would have forfeited too. Nah, what? Oko on Tusk was actually crazy. What's Blaziken Spatak? Is it 1 fucking 10? Wait, that was actually crazy. You gotta be like Rash. Or something. That was actually crazy. Blaziken's always gonna be a fucking beast, though. Nah, that was a shiest replay. Thank you for sharing that with us, Mr. Zangler. That shit was actually worth the hype. Bro got that max attack and that max special attack. We got max. Yo. Nah, Life Orb Blaziken's pretty shiest. I like SD the most still, of course, but yo, that mix is pretty surprising. I mean, Tusk getting Oko'd is no joke. That shit was funny as fuck. To wrap it up though on Dirge. Dirge did some heat. Alright. We didn't have a defensive fire. We didn't have a defensive fire guy like that. You know what I mean? But now, I mean, who did we have? Incineroar, I guess, but that's a doubles guy. But I mean, Incineroar's probably the GOAT. If we think about like the impact for starter Pokemon overall, right? Like, what is the most? No, I'm saying for starter Pokemon, not like Moltres and Heatran. Those are legendaries. What is the most like best performing starter 3rd stage in singles lifetime? What is the most performing, all 9 gens included? Zard X is oh, it's Gren. What am I saying? It's fucking Gren. Yeah, it's Gren. What am I saying? Gren defined X and Y, was broken in Oras, so had to be banned. And then Gren was another extremely defining part of Gen 7. And then Gren got a broken form. No, it's Gren for sure. Blaziken is like maybe the most broken, but Blaziken didn't define shit. Because Blaziken was banned for many gens, and then came back in Gen 8 where it was just regularly good. No, it's for sure Gren. Because even Zard isn't good until it got Mega Forms, which does not count. In my opinion, it does not count. I mean, Zard X was obviously crazy. And Zard Y was pretty shice too, but I can't give it to those two over Gren. Neither of those two were ever as good as Greninja. To begin with. But no, it's definitely Greninja. It's definitely Greninja. Because the Gen 4 guys were really good in OU, like Empoleon and Infernape, but they disappeared after that. Oh, wait, that's actually a good call, Drifting. Swampert was a GOAT in Gen 4 and Gen 3. Like, Swampert had that shit on. for a while. But then Gen 5 disappeared, Gen 6 disappeared. Gen 7 revitalized Mega Swampert reign, but those two gens, Gen 3 and 4, Swampert was really shiced. That's actually a really good pick. Cause Swampert is super defining in Gen 3 and Gen 4. I always was spamming Swamperts in Gen 3 when I played. The team I spam the most is a cursed Swampert team. Rillaboom is making a pretty good argument for itself. One of the greatest mons in Gen 8, still very good in Gen 9, and I guarantee you Rilla's not falling off in Gen 10 if it returns. Like, there's zero chance. Grassy on a mon like that, the U-turn Rilla is always gonna, be able to put on for the team. Not to mention even SD. Cinderace was really good, and did end up getting banned in Gen 8. So Ace is also a very defining one. In fact, I'd probably put Ace over Rilla for that reason, now that you mention it, Ski. Ace has top 10 usage in tournament right now in Smogon Premier League. Ace is top 10. Because of how consistently that thing can send the hazards back, the speed tier, U-turn Wisp, Libero mix. They nerfed Protean and Ace still feels crazy to deal with. Nah, Ace is insane. Ace is insane. That's actually a good one. Pyro Ball is a fucking crazy move, except for when it misses. But when Pyro Ball doesn't miss, that move feels broken. No contact, high ass base power, can burn. Samurai Hisui is not allowed in the conversation because Samurott itself was so irrelevant and garbage that they had to make a new Samurott for that guy to be shiced, which, that's life sometimes, but we can't give Samurott any love for that, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And what's it called? Samurott H is also cheap. It's literally cheap as fuck. I was saying this shit when it came out. I hated the fact that shit was allowed. I mean, I used it a lot. I like using it. It's a beast mon. But, bruh, why are you setting up spikes with a 95 base power stab? Like, yo, we not with that. We not doing all that, you know? Sad to see Infernape get power crept to obscurity, bro. The Infernape fall off has to be studied, cause I swore that. I mean, even when I made my one of my first Gen 5 OU teams, this is like when I was playing on Wi-Fi, like I was a true Giga Scrub. Like, bro, I was still trying to make this guy work back in black and white. Oh my god, bro. Streets remember rocking some shit like this. Nah, you had to just be there, bro. You had to be there, bro. Trust me when I say this guy was really King Von. You, like, trust me, please, bro. You had to be there. This 104 felt like you had fucking twin Glocks on you. I'm so serious, bro. Unfortunately, though, this guy's so homeless. Like, you might see him on the way to your gym asking for bread. Nah, bro, I used to run... Bro. I remember I used to run this. Literally, I think it hits 334 speed. 330. Alright. All I remember is, in black and white, I ran enough for the Garchomp outspeed. What does Garchomp hit? 333? I remember outspeeding Garchomp and nothing more. Nah, bro. I was running unholy spreads. No max speed. Who gives a fuck about max speed? This is that real shit. Shout out to Kintsugi. I'm glad somebody knows the vibes. That's 64. That's 64 236. Holy shit. Anyways, this was like a premier mixed attacker back then. Mixed attacking doesn't even exist anymore. The best you get is like Iron Valiant clicking Nox CC Moon, which is pretty big deal, you know, but bruh, the mixed attacker is a lost, forgotten art. That's the saddest part about the power creep. Mixed Chomp. Bro, they banned fucking Salamence and Chomp back in the day for going too brazy, being able to Draco and then also Outrage. It was too much. Ape wishes it was Val. Fuck out of here. Iron Val is shice, but it could never be. Could never be Infernape. Oh, Hex Pult is a crazy mixed attacker. That's one of the best ones. Pult is broken though. Darts is a cheap ass move. That shit's fast as fuck, burns everything, so Hex is there. Blunder, where does Superior sit on the starters tier list? Serp's high as fuck in terms of viability. Serp's debut generation, that shit was one of the worst Pokemon ever. I remember doing a restart on my Pokemon Black and White, picking Snivy just to see what the vibes were, and I was like, what the fuck is this garbage? Coil Leaf Blade? I was fucking shocked. I think that trash had Aqua Tail too, I don't remember. But I remember picking Serp after I reset my game of Black and White, and I was stunned at how dog shit that shit was. But then Gen 6 came around, and Serp was a beast. Gen 7 came around, and Serp was a beast. Gen 9 Serp is mid, but it can still be pulled off occasionally. I don't respect Serp though. You're never gonna hear me pulling up and being like, damn Serp, that's skillful snake. That shit's never happening. I'm never saying that shit. Those words will never escape my mouth. Serp was only honest pre-glare. And even then that shit was still cheap. Why are you getting rewarded for clicking the not very effective move with a +2 special attack? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you just predict? Instead of, you know, getting your free +2. That's not how life should work. Fuck Serp. I put that shit in the same category as G-King and Mola. I hate that shit. I got some big wins with Serp back in the day though, I'm not gonna hold you. Little Glare synthesis action. Glare Heatran on the Switch. Alright, my Clefable about to win now. Actually, one of my favorite Gen 6 OU teams. I'll put you on to advanced game. Hold on. Hold on, I'll put you on advanced game. Give me a second. Let me find this trash. Because I definitely had a couple of Serp teams. I never used Serp in Gen... Actually, that's cap. I definitely used it in Gen 7. But like, pretty rarely. Pretty sparingly. Alright, let me show you one of my most spammed Serp teams back in the day. This shit was too easy to win with. Actually, CBB is the one who was spamming Serp, and he put me onto Serp in Gen 6. Because I was like, this shit's not good, bro. And he's like, no, it's broken, trust me. And I was like, alright. Alright, but I'm gonna show y'all some shit. I'm gonna show you some shit. The fuck? Clear clipboard, gang. We don't want that. Nah, this shit right here. I think my homie ABR built it back in the day. I don't remember, but this shit, could never lose with this shit. Glare everybody. Then I got my boy to T-Wave everybody with Calm Mind Moonblast. Then I got this guy if you think you're about to win with Gliscor. No, bitch. Then I got this guy for backup Scizor, Spikes, Scarf. Fucking Cinema. Oh my god. I literally feel like I never lost with this shit. I'm a Slowbro fiend though. In Gen 6 and Gen 7, I was a mega Slowbro fiend. That guy was just too clutch. Anyways, back to the starters. So this used to be peak Pokemon performance. But it's unfortunately not the case anymore. Seeing a lot of starters being talked about, but not the GOAT Venusaur blunder. I mean, yo, Venusaur's pretty shiced. Who's breaking through that Slowking back then? Yo, you had to status that shit or get fucked. Mega Slowbro had a really crazy run back in the day with Calm Mind in Gen 6, and even non-Mega using Calm Mind. But you deadass had to have like Toxic, or you had to make sure you had some strong-ass special attacker that could hit super effectively. Because after one Calm Mind, unless you're like fucking Thunderous with a boost, you're not killing the shit at all. One Calm Mind means you can trade into almost any Pokemon. And then you have regen, so you can just attack, switch out, make sure... fucking Slowbro's cheap as fuck. And you can't crit it either. Nah, that guy's a GOAT endgame abuser. I used to love Mega Slowbro. That used to be one of my all-time favorites. Because you can actually lock them down in the endgame with that shit. They can't crit through. So once you eliminate their counter, as long as you don't play like a bot and get too weakened, it's over. Venusaur's alright. Mega Venusaur's like fucking pretty decent in Gen 6 and probably also Gen 7. It's actually way better in Gen 6. Gen 7 Mega Venusaur is usually garbage, from what I've seen. It's like mad abusable. Or you gotta run it on a good fat team. I used to run Venusaur with Celesteela all the time. I felt like that was always one of the strongest cores. They used to literally call it Venustela in Gen 7 OU. They used to love that shit. Good times. Which Gen 10 starter keeps the head the busiest? Oh, that's a crazy donation. My favorite is okay, here's a list. My favorite is Gekwa. That's the one I'm picking without a doubt. Like, I guarantee you I'm not gonna change my opinion. Unless something leaks and Brout is strong as fuck. And has some crazy shit. Like once we see the third stage, I'll probably switch up a little bit. But I'm the biggest fan of Gekyum. So that's how we're moving. I don't like the Fire Dog. But I think Brout is pretty chill. I like the Unibrow. That shit's a vibe. Brout will have Seed Flare, true story. Yo, they've been spamming the fuck out of physical grass types, right? Decidueye is mixed attacker, right? How's this shit have 107 attack? Shit kind of crazy for that. But like, what did Decidueye was using some fucking SD nonsense back in low tier. That shit was a physical guy overall. And then Rilla and Meow are obviously overwhelmingly physical attackers. So we need some special attack grass at this point. You know what I'm saying? I hope Brout isn't grass flying. They need to not do the grass flying shit again. Grass flying is a terrible typing, first of all. So they need to just fucking get rid of that. Just make that guy pure grass if you need to. Watch the Fire Dog be the best one competitively. They like to troll. No, I got faith in Brout. I'm telling you. That shit's gonna be a special grass. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Chill on me. Chill. I survived. Don't trip. Like the stream for revival. But bro, I'm telling you, the best one competitively is gonna be the water. Just by vibes, it's pretty clear that Gekwa is playing to win. Look at the expression. This is a competitive-minded expression. This is not somebody who has victory on the mind. I'm sorry to say. This is not somebody who's victory focused. You're just gonna have to take my word for it, bruv. DoorDash is crazy. I went to the bathroom, gang. Brout. Brout could technically be you know, competitively geared, but I mean, like, maybe not. Shout out to Rocket. I don't think the fire one has anything on the mind. That's just vibing out. Water Psychic, Water Fairy. We already had Water Fairy Prim, which is one of the best mons. I mean, that typing is amazing, Water Fairy. But I don't want them to redo it. If it's Water Fairy, though, that's just gonna be OU as fuck. Water Fairy is actually so fire. We've had like 20 firefight. Everything's firefight. Blaziken, Infernape, Emboar. They're gonna troll, bruh. This is gonna be like Fire Ground. Water Poison would be tough as fuck. I love that typing. Quillfish, Tentacruel, my OG. I wouldn't mind that shit at all. What if Angry Bird guy is the next Ferrothorn? That shit is not the next Ferrothorn, homie. It is a gecko. You know what? I'm liking this Water Poison. Water Ghost is also legit. What do we have in the Water Ghost arena? We got fucking Bascu Legion, right? Oops. Oh, and Jellicent, my fucking OG. I used to spam the fuck out of Jellicent in Gen 5. I even had a couple of Gen 6 builds with Jellicent. That anti-rapid spin goat? Nah. Noobs these days don't know how amazing this guy was. This guy was moving crazy back in the day. This guy was so cheap. I would spam the fuck out of this guy in Gen 5 and Gen 6. When burn was 12.5%, this guy was the fucking go to this shit. Always random as well, so you don't know if you're gonna pull up with the blue or the pink one. Nah, bro, what the fuck? Why are you showing the... Why is this not be coordinated? I'm trying to see female Jellison, bruh. Bruh. What? Should've mindfuck. Whatever. Maybe because that shit's not in Gen 9. So it was glitching out. But yeah. I remember back then, every single Jellicent you'd play on Wi-Fi, that shit would be called Pringles if it was the male Jellicent every single time. Folks thought they were mad genius with that nickname, and I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty genius with that nickname. That's a great nickname. Like I can't hate too hard. It's pretty genius. I was one of them guys who definitely named my shit Pringles. Look up Decidueye again. Decidueye's fucking terrible. I don't understand how this shit was so ass. Defenses aren't even bad. This guy's like... This guy was very close to being like a Dirge type mon. Also, grass is a bad typing if you're not like fast. That's like the... Yeah, I guess that's like the trend with grasses if you think about it. Superior was fast as fuck at the time. At the time, nobody was fucking with Serp speed. Shit was faster than even Thund. And like Lottie, which were the leaders of OU in Gen 5, Gen 6. And then Meowscarada is obviously fast as fuck, 123, faster than Ace, Torn, etc. And then Rilla doesn't need speed because it has Grassy Glide, which is a broken ass move. Interesting. I'm only talking about starters. But those asking about other mons that is typing. The memory of 70 BP glide still has me waking up in cold sweats. I remember Swords Dance Life Orb Rilla was like OP as fuck. You get +4 you Oko Tornadus T with Life Orb Grassy. Rocks not needed. Shit was cheap as fuck. Why aren't we talking about Tangrowth coming back? Yo, I'm a super Tangrowth enjoyer, but I think that shit's gonna be ass. Overall. The game has gotten extremely difficult for Tangrowth. Tangrowth was only ever good in Gen 6 and in Generation 7. And it's not even good in Generation 7 anymore. Also, without hidden power, Tangrowth will be PU. I'm telling you right now. Tangrowth was only had a job because it could HP Fire and it could HP Ice. That shit cannot do that anymore. You can have your max defense. Gliscor will come in, take 20 from Giga Drain, heal it off, and get +6 and be... Tangrowth is going to be homeless as fuck. And I love Tangrowth. I used to bring that shit to so many tournament games. This isn't any bias. Tangrowth is not going to be shiced when it comes back. I wish it would, but the shit's cooked. I'm telling you, Tangrowth is garbage. It's literally garbage. If it came back, this shit would not be doing shit. You'd have to run like heavy duty boots. That shit would be ass, I'm telling you. And I'm a huge Tangrowth enjoyer, but I really don't see that guy doing shit. Like, you can't sleep either anymore. Like, the amount of nerfed Tangrowth is crazy. If Tangrowth had anything going on for it, you'd see it in like Nat decks, where it has access to all of its moves, including hidden power. You ever see Tang? That shit does not exist. Especially with all the fucking power creep that we have. Mega's coming back too. Oh, Tang is cooked, bro. Tang is cooked. Tang is for sure cooked. And you know, that's just the reality of some things. Like, realistically, you brought your Tangrowth in to beat my Tinglu, a ground type, but your Giga Drain does 20, and I get up all layers. And then my gold comes in and takes 35 from EQ. You know what I'm saying? That shit was tough back in the day, though. I used to really... Tang is a perfect Wogue answer, except not really. I just knock off and then I U-turn out. And then your Tang's fucking dead, because I have hazards up. So, it's not really doing much. Nah, you guys are glazing Tang crazy, but I can tell you've never used Tang. if you think it would have been good. Sorry to say. Like, you guys are really framing this as, like, potential Mon, but, like, I've used this Mon. There's no shot it would be able to hang in current generation. Like, there's zero chance. Especially with the way Tang used to be utilized, which is Assault Vest. Like, it should just is not, it's not gonna happen, bro. But, shouts to Tang. That shit can Focus Blast. That shit can Focus Blast King Gambit. Stay woke. Also, this piece of shit Petch exists now. So what's Tang doing? Does Tang learn knockoff in level up? Like, would that shit even have knockoff in Gen 9 if it was there? Do we know? If that shit wouldn't have knockoff, that would be tragic. But I feel like Tang would have knockoff. His whole design looked like he'd be knocking off. If Tang had knockoff still, then that's some shit you can find. You can maybe make some shit work with that. But overall, bro's too walled by too many. But yeah, I feel the same way as this message in chat. There's a reason this guy isn't used in nat decks like that, and that's with Hidden Power, Ice, Drugs. That's what I'm saying. It's a tough scene. Like, yeah, defensively it beats some Mons, but like, alright, there's a lot of defensive Mons that in a vacuum will win the 1v1, but throughout the entirety of the battle they not win as shit. Regen is amazing though. But it ain't enough for Tang, sorry guys. Amoonguss is also pretty mid, but is usable way more because of its secondary typing. Who would I say the top 5 most impactful Gen 9 mons for OU were? Za, Gambit, Gold, D-Knight. And then Kyurem or Gliscor. That's the last one. I'm not giving it to Wogue. Bro said Gen 9 mons and you say D-Knight? Talking about Gen 9 OU, bro. If you mean like new shit, then I mean like you can put Wogue over D-Knight then. And I guess Za is also not Gen 9, right? Za's from before. I mean, I'm talking about OU. I did name Tusk, did I not? Za, King Gambit, Gold, Tusk, D-Knight, isn't that what I said? Did I say fucking Kyurem or whatever? This question's like whatever, bro. Like, literally just the top 5 usage that are from Gen 9. Those are the most. Tusk is important, but the Za Gold King Gambit, like triangular fucking Bermuda Triangle that those bastards have introduced on the game is crazy. Like, yes, Tusk is obviously a great mon, whatever the fuck. But these shits, these 3 have like a fucking nasty choke on the game in general. So it's gotta be these 3. Gold can be excruciating to play around. People stopped hating on Gold as much because it's easier to hate on Za and Gambit, which, of course, I get it. Za is annoying as fuck. But these 3, and then like, I mean, yeah, other than that, for Gen 9, let me look through this. I mean, yeah, Tusk, of course, most reliable hazard removal in the game since the beginning of the gen. There's no fucking debate there. So Tusk is fair, not Cerulege. I mean, yeah, I guess it would be Wogue as the last one, maybe, since you want only Gen 9s. But like, I don't know, it's like Ting Lu is fucking insanity. This has been at the top of the usage stats since the shit started and has never fallen off. The best combo in the tier has been the best combo since the first week of the game, and it's this. This 3-man has been the best combo in Gen 9 OU since the first week of the generation. So, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough to decide what the, I mean, Dragonite, again, is not part of this fucking question, I guess. But this 3-man has been the best since the gen started. So I have to give a shout out to Lou, perhaps. Shout out to Mr. Zangler. Gold gives me more problems than Zara Gambit. It's nasty work. Gold can be awful to play against. It'll have you freaking out like, goddamn, can't fucking beat Gold. Scarf, pain in the ass. Defensive T-Wave, recover Hex, pain in the ass. Val fell off. Vals will always be one of the best Pokemon, but Val's nowhere near the top 5. Like, it's not even close. Val got downloaded quick. Mad Zapdoses, Mad Moltres, Mad G-King. Val will always still be good, but Val is far past the dominance that it had the first 6 months of OU. Like, far past it. I mean, look at my teams. You see Val here? You, like, barely see it. Shout out to Val, but it's not 2023 anymore. Zamazenta not even that strong. Petch got him on Fraud Watch. I mean, Petch is a valid Pokemon to even bring up. Petch only got introduced like halfway through the gen. But this shit is ridiculously defining in the game. This should change the way Spike Stack worked completely. Blunder's tripping balls. Val is still a nightmare. Yeah, it's a nightmare if you're like bad and play on the ladder. But that shit's not that good anymore. I literally go Moltres or Zapdos and I win. Or I go Petch and I win. Like, I mean, I literally use Val still, but it's like extremely overglazed and loses to many Pokemon. This shit is cheap as fuck overall. Val has done a lot of nasty stuff. I mean, not Val, Petch has done a lot of nasty stuff in the last like year plus. We see a lot of Terra Ghost so that it can get, once you get up max hazards and you cockblock Great Tusk for the rest of your life. This guy basically ate Sinistra's whole lunch. We were loving using Sinistra back in the day. But shit's cooked now. Sinistra, I used to really enjoy Sinistra. You should take Untitled 1350 into a match right now. Let me see what Untitled 1350 is. Nah, this shit right here? This shit right here is that shit. Untitled 1350. Let me rename this shit. Boss Stall. This shit tough as fuck. 1350 is no joke. Many have gotten their ass beat by that team. But yeah, what's it called is the GOAT. Petch really came at an opportune time. Everybody was getting beyond pissed with the Za equation going on. Shout out to Kintsugi. Yo, Bronzong is really shiced. Bronzong is no fucking joke. Bronzong beats Kyurem. It's the only mon that beats Kyurem. So that's pretty valuable. I actually saw a couple Bronzongs in tournament. That's what inspired me to have that team. But there were a couple of people bringing Bronzong. A good friend of mine, Nat, brought it in SPL and won. It didn't do anything, but like it was cool to see it, and the shit still, you know, was there. And then I saw another tournament game from a player named Mia04, who is using it and using it with what's it called, Wish, what's it, Alomomola. But the Bronzong completely shut down Val. The Val was Calm Mind, T-Bolt, Moonblast, Terra Blast, Ground, which is a really common Calm Mind Val at the moment because you can, one, set up on T-Wave mons, but Terra Grounding, and then Terra Ground Blast also completely fucks Gold and Slowking G. But yeah, Zong is legit. But I see some of you crying about stall. My advice, improve. Losing to stall in Gen 9 is it's annoying, but I feel like we've never had better stall breaking technology. So it's like a skill check, to be honest with you. Sorry to say. What was I talking about before all this? Before all the whining about Gen 9? Oh yeah. Starters. Starters historically. Trick Gold is a crazy stall beater. Easy, bro. Shit goes crazy. Not Gliscor. Easy. You know what I mean? It's like, if you want to use like 1 IQ, then you'll probably be able to beat stall. If you refuse to use any IQ, then alright, man. Like, I guess stall's cringe, etc. Like, it's like whatever. Like like people who complain about Gen 9 stall have no fucking idea how awful it used to be to play stall. Which is why crying about stall in Gen 9 is like, yo, like, yo, boss up, boss up. Stall in fucking Gen 6 through 8 was diabolical to play against. Y'all didn't even play against no fucking Mega Sableye back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You never played against Prime Toxapex. Toxapex is nothing now. Bro, don't even start about some, oh my god, stall sucks to fight. Get the fuck out of here. It used to be unplayable back in the day. Truly. 16 recover on every single mon. Talking about some, damn, man, I can't break a Dondozo. Yo, you're bad. Click knockoff. Like, yo, I'm not taking any anti-stall whining in Gen 9. Because, yo, this shit actually used to be OP as fuck. Recover nerf was one of the greatest things they ever did. Whoever at Game Freak said we're gonna nerf recover to 8, cooked. Cooked for sure. Because it actually makes you have to think twice about just going to your mon and spamming recovery moves. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I would much rather play stall on average against stall on average than like Wogue screens HO. I would, you know what I'm saying? Like you can fucking tech 1 Slow King G with Future Sight, Chili, Ice Beam, and 6-0 stall. Like they're literally 6-0'd by Future Sight, Ice Beam, Chili. I'm still mad they removed Aroma Light Curing Status. Is so rare now, and Refresh died in Gen 8 too. Aromatherapy Clef was huge in Gen 8. I didn't even consider the fact that Aromatherapy just like disappeared. They did a number on us by removing so many key moves that we were used to in previous generations. I remember using Landorus T nowadays isn't even shice like that because it can't fog. Shit was sad. Landorus T was the go to that knockoff Tox Fog. Yeah, hidden power. Nah, I used to be really tight about hidden power removal. I'm not gonna cap. I used to think like, oh my god, how can they remove hidden power? That was such a great addition to the game. But now that it's been 2 gens of no hidden power, I can look back and think, bruh. Like, I can think back and be like, bruh, like, this is, you know, broken as fuck. My Lottie pulling up with hidden power fire. My electric types and my grass types pulling up with HP ice. Gen 8 Subroost Kyurem had me fucking fuming. Yo, I forgot Kyurem used to be able to roost in Gen 8. Bro. I mean, that guy was broken for a number of reasons, but that sub roost DD, nasty work. I mean, that shit didn't even run roost. Sometimes it was sub protect DD. With Icicle Spear. A pressure Kyurem will always be cringe when you're using the abusing set. Shout out my homie Jim in the chat. I value hidden power, me too, but I like it in tasteful ways. Like when I load up that HP bug band arrow and I hit the switch as they try to scout out my HP bug, but they hedge and they go Tyranitar from Celebi. So I get that big ass chip. But hidden power was big, man. Heatran used to run HP grass all the time. I used to run HP ice and HP grass, either one on Heatran. I wouldn't even leave home without it. Now, there was a time when Heatran would actually trap Gliscor. You know what I'm saying? Hidden Power Fire on my random Jirachi. On my Lottie. Oh yeah, Volcarona is another fucking evil one with that shit. HP ground. Shit was mad cheap. Sniping your Heatran. Now, Hidden Power could really troll. I used to run HP Grass Keldeo all the time. Hit Gastro and Jellicent. Like looking forward from it now, it's like holy shit. Like we were really giving Pokemon the ability to just have any one move. I mean, the shit did get nerfed to 60 base power, which is a whole lot more manageable. But like, one of the most annoying ones was Gen 7 Greninja with Hidden Power Fire. Bruh. HP Fire, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and then you could have fucking, you know, whatever last move, Spike, Extra Sensory. Hidden Power Serp too. Imagine, I mean, Serp does not get used like that in Gen 9 anymore because it has to Terra if it wants another coverage move. You used to be able to run Fire or Rock back in the day, complete your coverage a little bit better, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, Hidden Power overall, shit was cheap in the later gens it existed in. But it comes at a price. Because I see S. Rauper writing about HP Ice Thundurus for Gliscor. And it was obviously super sad to see a lot of my favorite old Pokemon just unusable. Because they can't hit fucking ground types anymore. Like Thundurus is completely owned by... Because somebody asked me in a YouTube video comments, they were like, yo, Blunder, do you think there's a chance Thundurus can be OU in Gen 10? And I said, Thundurus will never be OU again. Which is crazy, because that shit used to be banned and then also top of the meta in Gen 6. But think about it, Gen 7 came around, that shit was instantly garbage. And it still had hidden power and stuff. Power creep went up a shit ton, and just Mons became bulkier. And hidden power removal was like the final L. Like we were memeing about Mega Manectric on stream a couple of months ago. Like, yo, this guy's done. This guy's fucking done, bro. This guy's chopped, bro. It's over, bro. This how we're moving? Like, bro, is this what we're doing? Like, bro, what are we on? What are we on with this guy if he can't HP Ice anymore? What are we doing? Shit's over, bro. They removed even Signal Beam? Are you serious? Signal Beam's gone? Damn! Does Manectric even exist in Gen 9? Why would they remove this Pokemon? He's cool as fuck. They always remove some bullshit for no reason. With Gen 8 OU. See if that guy's in there. Alright, let me see his moves. Yeah, man. You got like... Yeah, like... Bro, this guy has 7 moves that are being showed here. And one of them is Hyper Voice. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand, bruh. This guy has 7 moves shown, and one of them is Hyper Voice. Bro, they're trying to show you Discharge. Bro. Like, it's fucking over. Bro, we in this bitch running Snarl and Uproar? We running Mud Slap? We running the techs I used to try and win in fucking Emerald Rogue? Is that what we're doing? Yo. You got that Hyper Voice, though. They better bring back Hidden Power for some certain guys. Unfortunately, that's never happening, but... Bruh. Yeah, so I'm telling you, the absence of Hidden Powers, we're fucking cooked with some of these guys. Maybe Manectric will get that alluring voice. You know what? I wouldn't even be mad. There's the homie who got Jolteon to #1 on the ladder. That shit doesn't use Terrastalize Ice. He uses Terrastalize Fairy with alluring voice. T-Bolt Volt Switch. Maybe cooking with that shit. It's tough. Talk about Glalie. Game Freak robbed him blind. How? They got rid of Return? That's still not as bad as losing like your most necessary coverage option. Landorus and Gliscor, they're never leaving OU. They're never leaving high tier. They will forever gatekeep this guy from ever having a sliver of utility. Manectric really got packed up. Like, it's sadness. I don't know what other megas are completely hoed by the removal of hidden power, but this is the one that comes to my mind immediately. Like, there's no... Like, I mean, like, Diancie doesn't need to hidden power fire anymore. Diancie actually came the fuck up. Folks aren't ready for how busted this shit's gonna be. Folks are really not ready for this. At all. Mans are not ready for the way this shit's about to start moving. Whatsoever. Mystical Fire, Earth Power, Moonblast, Diamond Storm. You're getting packed, bro. Even Calm Mind 3 is gonna pack everybody up. I never really brought this to tournament like that. I maybe brought it like once or twice, but every time I played against it in tournament, it would give me hell. Because I would never run Amon at the same speed tier, except for like Latios. And Latios obviously loses to Diancie if you don't have Surf, or you fucking lose a speed tie, which if you're risking the speed tie, you probably already lost. But, yo, this shit was... They not ready for Mega Latios either. No Pursuit. Purge got buffed. Coverage got buffed with Mystical Fire. Yo, you're not wrong. Yo, they're actually not ready. They're actually not ready for this shit. This shit got Aura Sphere too now, right? Yeah. Aura Sphere. Fucking Mystical Fire. On some G shit. Actually, didn't they take away Mystical in Gen 9, if I'm not wrong? Didn't they take it away in Gen 9? Did I make that up? I swear they took it away in Gen 9, didn't they? Yeah, they took it away. They were like, we need to go back. That shit too tough. Bossman, why the hell they never gave my boy Electrode Rapid Spin? It spins, rolls, it's base 150 speed. Why? Overheat 2, it explodes, bursts in rage. Wait, you actually cooked with that. Everybody knows that guy as the dude who just explodes, and, you know, Electro got that troll look on his face. He should be able to overheat. As for not having Rapid Spin, that's like one of those fucking Mandela effects thing. You always think that shit had a Rapid Spin, but it never did. Folks in Reddit think that the Mega Magearna will be balanced. Folks are mad crazy. I concur. Mega Mag will never exist in our singles format. I'm fairly certain. I mean, maybe it'll have like a shit ability, but what is this guy's speed? The stats? Yeah, nothing with this plus this typing and then having shift gear will ever be balanced in our singles format. That shall never happen. This shit won't be that crazy in Ubers though. I still go Ho-Oh and I beat that ass. And is Primal Groudon back? Do we have any information on that shit? Because Primal Groudon would completely fry this as well. But do we know if Primal Groudon and Kyogre are back? It is back? Tough! It could have Healer for all I care. It's still going to Ubers? Nah, shit's cheap. Nah, I'm really happy that Primal Groudon and Kyogre are back. Those two were much needed Pokemon. They did a lot. I'm actually really happy about that. Mega Mence is coming back. Yo, what's the Champions meta gonna be then? Is it gonna be Gen 9 with Megas? I know I was talking about that in the beginning of the stream, but like, is that how we're moving? Whatever R Stumpus thinks, I think the opposite. Rules of life. Shout out to Mr. Zango, that's mad funny. But they be having some good memes on there every like 6 to 12 months. It's gonna have its own decks. Okay. Do we know if the first, like when we play, it's gonna have Terra plus Megas? I've heard many say that it will, but everyone always keeps pointing to the same Charizard versus Dondozo clip we saw, which is like almost a year old at this point. I mean, I guess nobody really knows anything, but it has all 4 gimmicks? Wait, what? Not at the same damn time. Yo, I hope so. Whatever. I hope I can Dynamax on this shit. I'm trying to Dynamax battle, folks. I haven't played with Dynamax since fucking fucking playing Gen 8 Ranbats in 2022. Like, it's been fucking forever since I last clicked Dynamax. You know how bad I want to max Airstream? What do I think the next gimmick is? Bro, some kind of fusion bullshit. Terra is already one of the laziest mechanics of all time to me. Not from a competitive standpoint. I like the skill check in competitive. But as an all-around, like, bro, letting a Pokemon pick its type, that shit's corny to me. Like, from just like a game, like an interesting thing, I find Terra to be like really lazy and pretty lame overall. Like, bro, like, okay, like, you gave us this Pokemon, but now it can change its type. Like, alright, and click fucking revamped hidden power. Like, I don't really care for Terra as a mech. I think that shit lame. Mega is so shiced. Dynamax is insane. Even if Dynamax is broken and banned from our format, Dynamax is sick as fuck. Super cool. Megas they cooked. But Terra really failed to move me as just like this is the, you know, Terra, I don't know. I like it in competitive, of course, but I really think like it's overall kind of lame. NetDex bros truly believe Glowbro would be able to mega into Mega Slowbro once Megas. Yo, that was some nonsense. If you thought that this guy was gonna be able to turn into Mega Slowbro, alright, bruh. Critical thinking is truly dead. If you truly thought that this was gonna be, whoever thought that, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Read a book. But yeah, Terra overall, like, just as a game design thing, I thought it was pretty weak that they were just allowing Pokemon to change into whatever type they wanted. I would have liked something else. I don't know what the next mech is gonna be though. I figured it would be some type of fusion, like fusing two mons together, but that's like fucking chaotic as fuck. Terra's lame as fuck. At least some G-Max Pokemon have new moves like Steel Stealth Rocks. Dude, they really cooked with Dynamax and Gigantamax. That was some of my most favorite shit they did. They made the Pokemon, it was more than just making the Pokemon 50 feet tall. They all had some pretty cool, slight design changes. They had these crazy, unique moves. Nah, I really fucked with Dynamax, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this is just nostalgia because we didn't get to play with it past Rands, but I loved Gen 8 Ranbats. Good fucking times. And I know Gen 8 VGC is talked about pretty positively, right? People really like Dynamax in VGC. Because a lot of my friends talk really highly about Gen 8 and Gen 7 VGC and Doubles OU. A lot of my friends say that that they like those more than they like Gen 9. But obviously I wasn't too hip to what was going on back then in 2v2. Shout out to Lazy Warlock 52. Gen 8 VGC was cool but lasted forever. How do you mean? VGC people liked Dynamax at the start. People started hating it near the end if my memory isn't failing me. Yeah, but that honestly that's how it goes, right? After everybody hits fatigue with a generation over time, and then it's like, alright man, like let's just get to the next thing. I've had enough of this shit. I always feel like that with every gen. I remember when Generation 7 came out, I quite literally hated Generation 6. Despite, you know, Gen 6 always being one of my like known favorite gens that I played the most. But by the time Gen 7 pulled up, I was like, dude, get me the fuck out of Gen 6. I'm tired of this shit. And then during Gen 7, at the tail end of Gen 7, I was like, get me the fuck out of here. And then Gen 8 dropped and I identified it properly as dicks from the beginning, but everything gets boring after you do it 100,000 times. It's like, alright man, I've had enough of this bullshit. Please. But yeah, I guess the formats. I'm actually really excited for this season format, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because I want to know what kind of effect that'll have on whatever format we play. Like, so there's apparently going to be some Champions OU type ordeal going on on Showdown, they're gonna make like their own given the decks and whatnot, which totally makes sense because it's just gonna be the same shit, but they're gonna have their clauses added to it, right? To give like some sense of stability, and so it can be 6v6. So I know that's just gonna be pretty cool. But I want to know how the seasons or regulations or whatever the official term is gonna be like, and I hope that changes with Showdown, because I would be down. Like I'd be down to play with a whole different rule set, because I'm only playing on ladder. It's not like we're fucking going to play in like official tournament or nothing like that. But I'm pretty curious. Speaking of Max Steel G Max, remember Dangerous Nose? We need another TCG move analysis stream, boss man. As an OG TCG enjoyer, that's he does it. Yo, Dangerous Nose is fucking crazy. That's a good ass throwback. Shout out to Kintsugi. No, dead ass. TCG is the next shit I want to tap into. I was talking about it with my earlier on stream, but my cousins have been getting into TCG, and they hit me up and they were like, "Yo, you still be uploading mons? We about to tap into your channel and learn about TCG." And I had to do hand on shoulder for both of them, so both hands. And I was like, "My brothers, this ain't no TCG shit going on my channel. I cannot help you out." And they were like, "Fuck, we trying to learn the card game. Fuck the shit you play." I was like, "All right, it is what it is." But they were OD glazing TCG, and obviously I'm trying to play with my cousins, so they're my age, by the way. I don't know how the fuck they found out about it. I think they kept watching. I think they were watching TikToks of packs being ripped open, and like obviously like the gambling element of like picking a good card is epic, right? But they were like, we got into the game, like the actual trading card game as a result, and I was like, all right, I understand it. I'm ready though. I want to tap into TCG. If you play TCG, you would blow up. The community has no personalities, no shade. Cap. Because who remembers the guy who was playing TCG and they made a big deal of it online and he got DQ'd from the tournament because he made a gesture of him wanking, and then he got fucking, and he was like, "No, I was just trying to pull a card," and they fucking, and if you look at the fucking video, it's too funny. He's quite literally doing that. Nah, it's the most shice video ever. It's fucking hilarious. Nah, let me find it. Nah, this shit's actually so fucking funny. Where's the video of this guy? Oh, I found it.
Oh my
this
gosh,
is so fucking
Kyle,
funny. I don't care
Ian,
what nobody says. No, I don't care what nobody says. This is the best video ever. I'm about to show you right now. I don't give a fuck. This is the first time I tapped into VGC, and I'm like, he got it. He's cold as fuck.
Oh my gosh, Kyle, Ian, Rob taking down this Iron Thorns EX.
Alright, hold on.
Oh my gosh, Kyle, Ian, Rob
Fuck, shit's cut
taking
off.
down this
Bro, look at what he just did.
EX. And oh my gosh, Kyle, Ian, Rob taking down this
I don't give a fuck. And he said that he didn't. He said that he just was doing a fist bump. And you know what? I don't care if he was doing a fist bump or not. I hope he was trolling. When I saw this shit, I was like, yeah, he cooked. That shit had me crying. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. He's funny as fuck. I don't care. He's funny as fuck for that. He's literally so funny. Tap into TCG Pocket with Joey and Moxie. I'll tap in. TCG Pocket is the phone game, right? I'm trying to play with them real cards. Nah, I don't give a fuck. That's the best. That's one of the funniest clips I've ever seen. Apparently, he was going stupid in the tournament too. But man, that clip, Ian Rob, he's shice. I don't care what nobody says. This shit's barely even fucking disrespectful. If you really worked your opponent like that, fuck it. You should be able to taunt IRL and not be punished as a result. Sad. If you guys do that shit in Milwaukee base station, none of you are making it back. This was world's top cut. It's pretty devastating that they DQ'd him for it. But anyways, this is not to undermine what TCG is. It's obviously more than the memes, but I just had to respond to that. Whoever said that TCG had no personalities, because Ian Rob is shiced. And I follow another TCG player. I follow another TCG player. I think his name is Henry, if I'm not wrong. But one of my homies told me about this guy. He's pretty shiced. said he a big fan of the videos, even though he don't play singles. But anyways, TCG is my next avenue. If I switch it up and I want to do something else Pokemon related, it would for sure be TCG. Cause I'm like not against VGC at all, but like battling, I'm still like exhausted overall from battling with the same Pokemon and the same like mechanics, and just like I just don't want to battle like anymore like that. So if I ever did switch to something this year, I would be more than satisfied to tap into TCG. No, I'm not into the scalping cards. I'm not into the collecting. I'm not into that overall. I still like an actual form of playing. And also I have friends who got addicted to TCG. Like my boy McMegan was really into playing TCG for a while. And I'm like, are you good? He's like, I get fucked up every time, but it's mad fun. And I was like, that's fair. That's actually a great answer. Saying it's still fun even though I lose, that's like the perfect thing. You know what I'm saying? If you can play a game that you still enjoy despite losing, you know that shit's gonna be fire. So, anyways, TCG is my next avenue. When that shit's gonna happen, I don't have an answer for you, but that shit is gonna happen. Alright? So wait for me. Wait for me! My TCG reign starts soon. This shit gonna be tough. Play some random metagame right now? No. But thank you. The state of the card game is all messed up. New products going for 3x retail price. So goobed. Shit. Nah, TCG is epic. I'm ready to lock in. Because I've never actually tried to understand anything about TCG. Like, I remember seeing energy cards and I was like, yo, what's going on, gang? Like, what is the energy card? Like, help. You know? But that's just dope. We gotta get Unk BKC on the TCG grind so we can't get philosophical past TCG metagame video. I don't know if BKC's ever attempted TCG. I'll ask him. I feel like BKC is a battle maxer. I need to do another video with him, like, very soon. I talk to BKC like every other day still, just about random shit. Actually, the last conversation I had with BKC is he told me I need to watch Marty Supreme. And I was like, damn. We all know BKC. He see a movie, he'd be like, the 80-year-old version was more shice though. But he told me Marty Supreme is actually like that. He's like, you need to watch it. I was like, alright, I'm tapping in. If the GOAT tells me to watch it, I'm tapping in. Blunder really be playing a game that costs $0 and still trying to convince his audience he'll jump into TCG? I mean, bro. It's not the price. I mean, it depends. If there's like a crazy barrier of entry, then yeah, probably I would be like whatever about it. But I used to have Pokemon cards. You know, I used to literally have them. Like, I used to have a collection when I was in like 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? TCG Live is 100% free though. What is that? Just online battling client? What's TCG Live? Shiest. No, I would definitely give it a try. I mean, dude, it's still like I still think like Mons as a whole is pretty fun. Nah, I'm down to tap in at some point then. I know, and obviously this isn't TCG, but I remember CTC got addicted to Master Duel the summer of 2022, and he used to play Master Duel so fucking much. In fact, my Switch got record playtime that summer. I never touched my Nintendo Switch because I gave it to him so he could play Master Duel on it while doing other things so he could multitask. Yo, I ain't played Master Duel, but I know there's crack in that game. The way CTC could not be moved from the Nintendo Switch when I gave it to him that summer to play Master Duel. I could not move him from that shit. He'd be like, one more game. I'm like, damn, shit better than Showdown? Put me on, OG. Put me on. Yu-Gi-Oh has some shiced personalities too. Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty tough. They got some cool dudes in there. They got some mad shit talkers in there. I like it. I love Master Duel. Playing it on Switch is nasty. That's how you know CTC was a real addict. That's how you know he was a literal real addict, bro. I got 3,000 hours on Master Duel. Bitch, you are the master. You are the master of the duel at this point. CTC deck building vids when? I know he's ass at Master Duel. Because one of my homies and him played, and my homie smoked him and was like, CTC's completely buns, and then rage baited him crazy. It was really funny. I wish I could remember more details of this, but what I tell you is what happened. CTC got blasted, and then our homie rage baited him like crazy. It was fucking amazing. One of my favorite memories, in fact. Any memory of CTC raging is like one of my favorite memories. That's my dog, though. I know I sound like a psychopath, but I swear. Where's this new CTC Keldeo team I heard about? Yo, you'll see it when you see it, my boy. I ran into somebody named CTC in Master Duel like a week ago, and I automatically knew it wasn't him. Somebody posted a replay in Lax's server saying, yo, I just battled CTC. And I was like, no, you didn't. And then they were like, let me show you the replay. And the fucking dude's username was like, IDM Lord CTC. I'm like, yeah, you think this is CTC? ID? But whichever one of you was LARPing as IDM Lord CTC, yo, knock that shit off, alright? Knock that shit off. You impersonating. You can go to jail for this shit, alright? Yo, you know what I'm saying? You know? Knock that shit off. This confirms my theory that CTC put all his skill points into Mon. No. Your theory's wrong. Your theory's wrong. Your theory's wrong as fuck. CTC's pretty shiced at games. Well, I don't know about online games. I know he used to play Dota a lot, but I know he always be playing like some Souls game around me. He always plays Souls games. He always tells me like if the game's not goob difficult, I'm not tapping in. Yu-Gi-Oh! Mad Crit. This is an insane message. That game is like jerking off. The pleasure is already gone. The only thing left is the addiction. Nah, you're insane for such a message. Get the fuck out of here. Yu-Gi-Oh! What's it called? I was talking to my homie Milano, and he told me that Yu-Gi-Oh's current rules. This was like a year or two ago, because I was like, all right, I'm trying to see what Yu-Gi-Oh is about, and he told me current Yu-Gi-Oh is so impossible to understand. But he said that the old rule set of Yu-Gi-Oh is super shiced. Which, I mean, I don't know what that is, but yeah, he told me current day Yu-Gi-Oh is extremely convoluted. And he said it's not worth the time to get in. That's just what he told me. I don't know what that means because I obviously don't know specifics. The entry level is too hard. The barrier of entry for newcomers is just way too difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it's not that hard. Okay. No, it's just crazy. Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh! I always thought Yu-Gi-Oh's cards were very, very shiced. That's one thing I always was like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's cards are tough as fuck. Will there be a Chef Dente feature? Al dente. Why the fuck are they doing PR for Greedent? Like, why the fuck are they doing PR for this guy? Yo, his stats ain't even bad though. It's like pretty good defense in SPDF. I can't even cap. I would have thought this guy had more 60 base stats, but he's not even bad. His speed's bad, but you thought this fat bastard was gonna be fast as fuck? This guy is a pain in Ranbats. He'd be hard as a bitch to take down, and they always give him mad levels. Greedent learns belly drum. Does it? That shit does. You cooked. Oh, you're running that Trailblaze with what, 157 speed? 152. Holy shit. Let me X this off. Need some eye bleach after looking at that stat. That shit was nasty work. This was super nasty work. Go back to my beautiful starter compilation. But yeah, what were we talking about with Brout? Oh yeah, the Decidui, Parallel, Rowlet, and all that. That shit's not gonna be physical grass. We've had physical grass last 3. It's time for special grass. Seed Flarenet. It's happening. Do I think they can fix Seeking? Can't fix greatness. Why is this shit gone? Whoa. Yo, Seeking stats are fucking cockballs. I thought this shit would have like 90 speed or something. I don't know why, it just gave me that vibe. These are hella bad stats. I don't know if we can save this guy, bro. That shit's crazy. They gotta make it water bug and give that shit. Yeah, just water bug so you can mega horn max. Nah, you can't save this, bro. Sorry. Damn. That shit was ass. Seeking is a for the vibes, mon. That's well said. Seeking also deserves a third stage at this point. There's no greater panic than when you get a Pokeball in Super Smash Bros. Back in the day, and you throw that shit and Goldeen comes out. Who can really relate to that shit? You all know what it is. You playing with your friends, you throw the Pokeball, you're like, yes, I'm about to get the fucking bonus. It's gonna be fucking Blastoise. It's gonna be fucking legendary Zapdos. It's gonna be, I think they even had fucking Chansey or Clefairy going. I think Clefairy was the one that used the fucking like super like weather-based attack. The point is, when you pull a Goldeen. Oh yeah, Entei was cool as fuck. Entei, Suicune, Raikou, all them shits were cheap. And yo, what Pokemon could you get in Melee? I need to look this up again. I know Brawl had way more, but I don't really remember them like I do Melees, to be honest with you. Pokeball, Pokemon in Melee. Let me look this shit up. Let me look this shit up real quick. Let's take a look. I'm mad curious. Alright, you had Articuno. He was shiced. Blossom was a motherfucker to deal with. Blossom was mad cheap. You know you had to get away from Blossom ASAP or you're done. They going for that fully charged Falcon Punch type shit. Blastoise was cheap because the Hydro Pump would hit you back and you die. Celebi was bullshit. Nothing happened. Chansey would fucking throw out the eggs and they sometimes did damage. Charizard was shice. Chikorita was shiced. Clefairy was nasty work. Cyndaquil was okay. Electrode was so shiced because you could pick him up and throw him on some G shit. Entei shiced. Goldeen makes you want to literally, you know, blow up your fucking system. Ho-Oh cheap. Lugia cheap. Meryl could actually kill you, bro. Meryl could actually beat you. Mew didn't do shit. Moltres. Oh, Porygon was nasty. Porygon could one-hit KO you if you didn't move the fuck out the way. Scizor was also really good. If Scizor didn't jump off the stage, you were cooked. Scizor would move like a fucking menace, just jumping around and shit. Lax did that fucking cover the whole screen bullshit. Suicune, Swift was regular, good chip damage. Togepi, same shit as Clefairy, just nonsense. Unknown was pretty cheap. That guy do some good chip. Flying through the screen, mad annoying. Wheezing, whatever. Wob is fucking hilarious. If you hit that shit, it hits you back, you die. Nah, they cooked. That's a lost art. It's a lost art, ladies and gentlemen. The Pokeball Pokemon. You don't see the respect that they deserve, but they deserve it. Trust me. Lost art. Why is Venusaur using Earthquake? Bro, that's that good coverage. That's that hit Earthquake coverage, you know what I'm saying? That's that. Rank all of the ones in alt if real. Bro, I have never played alt with Pokemon on. I've played alt, obviously, but I never played Pokemon on. Shout out to the homie Brody in the chat. We doing good. We breaking down that champions. We breaking down that Gen 10. And we are all picking Gekwa. And I'll put that on everybody's soul that we're all picking Gekwa when the generation drops in mysterious 2027. Keldio's broken in Smash? What the fuck? Keldeo is in Smash? What? Nah, you're lying. Wait, what? You can get Keldeo in a Pokeball and ult? Wait, really? Damn. I didn't. Yo, that's pretty shiced. Yeah, I've never played with Pokeballs on in Smash 4 ult, so I didn't know you could do that. That's actually epic. That's extremely epic. I'm very pleased that's such a statement that Keldeo exists. I mean, Brawl. I remember Brawl had them assist trophies, and that was pretty crazy. He's heinous in Smash 4. They nerfed him in Ultimate. Wait, I need to look this up. We need to see this. We need to see this. No, we need to see this. We're all nicknaming Gekwa Gekyu. That's not even a question. That's just too easy of a layup. Wait, is it in Smash 4 where it's broken? Let me look this up. Nah, I'm goob curious. Look this shit up. Smash 4, right? That's where he's broken? Or is it in Ultimate? Alright, I looked up Keldeo Smash 4, and it's only showing me players that have the tag Keldeo. No, I'm trying to see Keldeo pop out the Pokeball G. Nah, bro, it's literally showing me dudes with the tag Keldeo. It's not showing me no Keldeo. Sure that shit's in Smash 4? I'm like mad curious. Alright, whatever. Because I wasn't able to find it, I've lost interest. But I believe you guys. I do believe you. I'm sure that shit was super valid at one point. I'm sure that guy was moving nasty at one point. Viewers in the chat are saying they are reminiscing about Pokemon and Super Smash Bros. I was reading the AI shit and then it disappeared. The idea of Smash on 3DS was fent to me at the time. Get the fuck out of here. Smash on the 3DS was the best shit ever when it came out. That shit changed my fucking life forever. I'm the man I am today because Smash 4 came out on the 3DS a month or two early. That was the greatest game I ever played. I was in 9th grade. I still remember October in 9th grade. Me and all the homies did not touch Pokemon for a fucking month. We were playing 5-6 hours a day. Smash 3DS. Fucking Wi-Fi Wi-Fi battle's crazy. Wi-Fi match. Yo, and that 4 Glory. Get the fuck out of here. The first month of that game, I probably had like 150 to 200 hours. I religiously played that shit for like 5 hours a day, minimum. That shit was so fire. Smash 3DS was actually so fucking good. I played the fuck out of that game for like 2-3 months. Yo, that shit, you had to be there. You had to be there for real. And then I remember one guy I knew. I remember the day Smash came out on the Wii U. That's Smash 4, right? And none of my homies had Wii U's because, I mean, at that point everybody was like PlayStation and Xbox pilled, and nobody I knew had a Switch. And then one of my homies, like, it used to be my homie when I was in like elementary school, but like we weren't like that tight in high school, but we were still like chill, you know. He had a Switch, and he's like, yeah, I'm getting this shit. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to pull up and play. And he's like, pull up. And then there was like 3 of us that pulled up to his crib, and he was the only person we knew who had a Wii U, and we all played the shit, and we were all like, yo, this shit is buns. And then we never played it again. So Smash 4, I probably played Smash 4 like 2 times. The day it came out, and then the next time I ever ran into a human that had a Wii U. But yeah, we Smash 4 off rip, we were like, this shit's pretty terrible. I mean, I don't even mean from like a competitive standpoint, because I just played with my friends, but the shit felt goob clunky. So I was a true Smash 4 hater. But then Ultimate came out, and Ultimate was fire as fuck. So I loved Ult. That shit was so much fucking fun to play. And then Brawl is obviously the GOAT. But Brawl's like, I was like a kid. So it's a nostalgia bait thing. Isn't Smash for 3DS Smash 4? It is, but playing it on the 3DS was more shiced. I don't know how to explain it. The shit played more smooth on the 3DS. But when you play with that shit on your TV with a controller, it feels way nastier in a bad way. playing with that shit on Switch, on the small screen, little pad and everything. It's just calm. I think they had like nerfs and shit over time too. Like I remember when Smash 4 3DS came out, I was wiping everybody with Sheik, and then I think Sheik got nerfed or some shit. Don't quote me on that. Good times. Good times, man. Shout out to Super Smash Bros. That's what they should have fucking put in this fucking Pokemon Presents. Nah, deadass, that's what they should have put in this Pokemon Presents. Instead of showing us Gen 10, they should have showed us Super Smash Bros. Next game. I'm not even joking. They should have pump faked us and shown us that new Super Smash instead today. Whatever. That would have made me a fan for life, Nintendo. I'm already kind of a fan, but you know what I mean? Fuck GTA 6. We need Smash 6, and we need that shit now. That shit's gonna have 200 characters you can play as. When you heard hoo-ha playing versus Diddy Kong, you really wanted to kill someone. You wanted to kill someone for sure. Shit's goob RAGEBAIT. When are they dropping the grass starter in Smash? Don't worry, I'm gonna go put in the word with Sakurai. Please make a boss call. Please step in. I'm begging you to step in. We need that. Nez is my favorite. Got that cheap PK Thunder on lock. Real shit. I mean, Smash 6 will come out at some point. That's how they're gonna really move this this Switch 2. You know what I'm saying? Wonder, when are you actually gonna play some Pokemon, man? Send me $50 on stream, and then I'll do it for you. This guy pulled up on a tough Friday after work. Wonder, you fucking cow, get a battle. No, bruh. We're discussing champions and whatnot. I deadass loved all the Pokemon but Pikachu. Fuck Pikachu. On God, he's right. I understand you, brother. I ain't even mad. I understand you. I'd be mad too if I pulled up and this guy was looking at teams for 3 hours, but you know, I've really perfected the art of the extended stream without actually playing anything. I'm the GOAT of putting on the PlayStation menu and streaming it. I cooked. I remember that used to be a meme. I forgot who it was. They used to do that. Let me go back to this news thing. Did I X out the news? I think I went over like a majority of this shit. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. We talked about the battle pass. Do you think champions will ever have an OM? Nothing like Showdown has, but like I was literally thinking the exact same thing, Snorlax Chef. That they would have like inverse battle or some type of very slight gimmick at some point. I feel like that's like a slam dunk for them. You know how many folks want to be able to private battle somebody and then, you know, have like some crazy restrictions, some crazy, like, I think for sure they're gonna have it. What do they lose by allowing? Well, maybe if they want people to focus on the but I don't know. The point of champions is not to get everybody super competitive pilled. You know what I mean? It's just to give people a battling client. Business is first, all right? So I think you're right. I think they will have some cool format there that you can challenge. Rotation battles are... Yo, did they axe rotation after Gen 5? Did they axe it? I fucking loved rotation battles. Rotation battles had mad skill. Nah, I was deadass a rotation and triples main on my Gen 5. Yo, on my Gen 5, I was a literal triple battle main. I'm so serious. I used to go crazy in triples. On my copy of Black and White. I used to go so stupid on triples, I swear to you. This is before I had any understanding of what competitive really was. I used to play triples like crazy on the online battle subway. I used to spam the fuck out of triples. Mad Whimsicots. I never left without Whimsicott. That was the GOAT of triples. Nah, bro. That should take me back. Yo, Whimsicott was really one of them ones, bro. Whimsicott was really one of them ones back in the day. Like, I don't know if this thing was used after Gen 5, but I know in NU, not NU, sorry, in VGC, this guy used to put up numbers back in the day. Super numbers. Did this thing fall off after Gen 5 in VGC? Or did this get used past Gen 5? Still is one of them ones? Nah. This shit is so tough. This mon was fucking support god. Cause I remember literally using this in early Gen 5 OU, and I was like, I love this shit, bruh. Fucking Encore, Stun Spore, bruh. Taunt, bruh. And it only got better now that it got a fairy typing and you're able to Moonblast too. Bro, I love this mon. I loved using this mon. I used to rage bait many. I used to have an old Gen 5 OU team with this, and then this. This was one of the cores, and I remember making 2 famous Pokemon YouTube Wi-Fi battlers crash the fuck out playing against my team, and they raged. They raged on stream because I parried everything. But hey, don't be mad. Don't be mad that I was 12 and I cooked up the strategy of all time. That ain't on me. That ain't on me. Where can I see the new Kalo starters Mega Evo ability, guys? You can see it. I think I was just looking at it. I mean, it's a tweet, but the translation of this is bulletproof, levitate, Protean, which 3 for 3 are from the ZA pet mod on Showdown. So it's gonna be. I mean, I think the ZA Showdown shit that we like, the ZA tour, I might just bring that back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, assuming that the Champions OU meta is not like what we think it's gonna be. But now that we finally get the real abilities, I'm really fucking excited. Thoughts on Levitate Mega Delphox? I think it's a great ability overall. You have a good support on Ninetales with that. I know some folks were saying that you can't use Psy Spam in VGC with it, but that shit would quite literally be OP, wouldn't it? What is Psy Spam's #1 abuser in VGC? I feel like I don't even see, or I feel like I haven't seen, rather, VGC Psy Spam. What does it look like? What is their, what do they use? Crown, right? Crown, right? Because Crown got that expanding force and that Tachyon. Calyrex Shadow. Tough. No, I was just curious because I was like, what does Psy Spam actually look like? The ability to switch often as a Mega on spikes and EQ is amazing. Mega Delphox is one of the strongest looking new Megas. Oh, let me make this shit custom battle or something. Alright, whatever. But Mega Delphox, when we just found out about it, this shit was like crazy. Seeing the Charizard Y special attack stat, but then a heinously high speed. But ever since the big 3 pulled up, well, it's not even the big 3 because fucking Absol and Lucario we never really saw like that in ZA, but like these 3 changed the. These 3 changed what it's like, what's going on. You know what I mean? The speed is nuts. I really think this is gonna be like broken in a hypothetical next metagame that we play in singles. Like I feel like this shit's gonna be broken. I know people have been saying like, oh, there's no ground type anymore. Are you sure? Like that's a heavy hit. It's not really a heavy hit, bro. It's really not that crazy of a hit. Like I'm fairly sure this is gonna be like borderline broken. Well, it depends, right? We see in ZA that the shit got nasty plot, but we can't just say that they're gonna take nasty plot back, as in they're gonna have it in ZA. I mean, they're gonna have it in Gen 10 and Champs because ZA is known to give Mons crazy moves. But you know what's really gonna kill me? if Keldeo loses Ice Beam after getting it in Za, they can't do this, bro. They really can't do that. I know that guy has Earth Power too. They can take that because that's some LARPy shit, but bro, they better not. They really, really, really better not take Ice Beam away from Keldeo. Keldeo's back with Ice Beam. You'll respect. You'll respect. Keldeo's going back to getting walled by Dragonite. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Can't have a repeat of Power Whip Gera. That was a mad funny bait from Power Whip Gera. Something fishy with those Z Megas. They're all getting the same ability. I heard a lot of folks bust that theory that Z Megas are all gonna get the same abilities. I hope not. I don't want, like, I mean, unless they get Beast Boost, then Chomp's gonna Giga Ubers. Yo, who do we know about Ultra Beasts? Do we know if the homies are coming back? Yo, does anybody know if the homies are coming back? Them UBs? What do we know? What do we know about the UBs? Are they coming back or what? Because these three are all on Pheromosa's jock. Because this is the OG 151 demon. So the homies, as if they weren't war criminals. Nah, the homies gave flavor to 2 generations. Crazy flavor. Alright? I'm not taking no UB disrespect in this house. Alright? Zero. Because even though we got some, you know, serial offenders like Pheromosa and Cart, yo, don't forget there's some real trash running around. Like, don't forget a lot of these guys, they don't be doing nothing. His ass doesn't have hidden power anymore, by the way. Broke as fuck. Even this guy who was the man in Gen 7, not even seen one time in Gen 8 OU. I think he was used in UU. But yo, I'm telling you, bruh. Some of these guys are broke as fuck. At least Buzzwole became good as shit in Gen 8. That always made me happy. But like bro, stop LARPing. Who the fuck is Stack Attacker? Stack Attacker only used when I use it. Otherwise, nobody's rocking with bro. Special shout out to my favorite. Because this is one of the OG min-maxed. Ultra Boost is them giving you a taste of what was to come in terms of min-maxing. You know what I mean? That's what Ultra Beasts were. That was the first taste we got of like, oh shit, they're going crazy. Think about Kartana's weird ass 180 attack. The fuck are you doing? There's 160. What's Kart's bitch ass attack stat? 181. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? What's even going on, bro? This is really 109 speed too. Little troll shit. In between 108 and 110, they just had to do it. Blaze with 127 attack. That should get explosion though. And knockoff. Tap in. Kartana's natty as fuck, no trend. Kartana's the opposite of natty. Kartana was out there with Larry Wheels, bro. Sorry to say. Kartana invented juicing. Look, like, bro. Don't even come in here talking about some Kartana was natty. Kartana was not natty. And this shit used to run Z move. Which is like, alright, man. Alright, man. Like, there were folks running Z Gracium in Bulu grassy terrain in Gen 7. And terrain was 1.5x back then. Like, yo, you really can't understand. That's why we need these back. These were low-key Megas, like, 2.0. The way they were moving. And Beast Boost is entirely broken. I only got to this tangent because we were talking about the 151 speed Z Megas. Do we think that Z Megas are all going to have the same ability? Yes or no? Or do you guys subscribe to that theory? And if so, what's the ability going to be then? My bad. My dog was at the door. Give me a second. Alright, I returned. Steadfast, take it or leave it, or pressure? Shut the fuck up. Pressure's a pretty good ability though. But I don't want to see pressure. But I see the majority of you think they're gonna have different abilities. I think so. I think so too. Or it'll just be something out of completely left field. Ultra Beasts get mogged by paradoxes because they're... Oh, you put paradoxes as two words. That should trip me up. Because they're game exclusive. Ultra Beasts wipe the floor with fucking paradox mons. Yo, is Booster gonna be in the shit? In Gen 10? Probably. Or they have to fucking change everyone's ability again. Or you're just gonna see like random Sun teams all the time because... Nah, they're definitely gonna fucking change. Wonder, people have been saying that Mega Exca would be good with Sandforce and that it would be better than base Exca even. This is a mon I was extremely hyped for. Sand Rush is obviously what you want, but if it's only Sand Force, it's hard to make that like that trade. Cause Sand Force is too situational. You need the sand up. You're stacking weaknesses because you're running a Tyranitar / whatever. You're not running Hippo. It doesn't exist like that, but I really want this to have Sand Rush still. As for being better than regular Excadrill, I mean, regular Excadrill is just a sand merchant in OU where it is good. But this thing needs... This thing was getting crazy usage in Zatur for a minute when it had Sand Rush. Because everybody was running sand. Shit was too easy to win with. But now it's like... Well, they took it out, right? It's a fucking mold breaker in Za meta. So folks stopped using it overall. But I think this Pokemon has a lot of merit to it. Like, forget the ability, it doesn't matter. I showed these calcs before. This shit went from 60 base defense to 236. So, like, one of the calcs I can show you, which will probably surprise you. And I showed this back then too, but like, you really gotta understand just how crazy this thing will be defensively. So, look at this for example. Right? Okay, let me take the air balloon off. Headlong Rush does 136 to 160%. 4 attack Great Tusk Headlong Rush. You see that? But if you make Excadrill 100 defense, which is what it has, that shit does 90 to 106 now. Like, folks aren't really clocking how crazy the extra defense is. I'll show you another example. Dragonite Earthquake does 67 to 79.7% to a Mega Exca. But regular Exca takes 102% minimum. It's a crazy step up. Like one of the craziest buffs I've seen. Because you go from a 157 to a 236. That's like a 1.5x to your defense stat, literally. Like by sheer numbers. So I think Mega Exca is going to be pretty fire overall. That extra defense is a big deal. Like I agree with that. To answer your question, Brody, I agree. I think that shit will be better than regular. Obviously, the abilities and whatnot depend, but I don't think Drill's ever gonna fall off. Like I see Drill sticking around for a minute. I mean, Drill found its way in Gen 9 with Tyranitar. Obviously, Drill's good as fuck in Gen 5 through 8, right? Yeah, that shit lives +2 King Gambit Sucker with ease. Also, the speed tier is extremely troll. 103. Shit cooked up on Garchomp. We need Perma Weather back. Perma Weather would be so shice. They need to make an OM with Perma Weather just so we can, you know, see what that shit's like. But they'd have to ban all like the combination, like Sand Rush plus, and then like Swift Swim plus Drizzle, etc. They ended up banning Sand Rush as a whole from Excadrill in Gen 5. Because I remember we used to run up with rain teams with one Excadrill on them. I don't know if I have my teams anymore like that, but I'll show you a team I used to spam to great effect in the Gen 5 tournament circuit back in the day. Like, I'll show you just how cheap this was. Give me a second. Where's my Exca Reigns? She got banned pretty quick because it was like, alright man, this is cringe. Let me find it. This is the shit I used to spam all the time. This type of style. Yo, so let me show you this. This shows where he took no skill. This obviously doesn't work anymore, but basically, in Gen 5, either you play a weatherless team, you play a sand team, or you play a rain team. If you play a weatherless team, they're gonna lose to the power of Specs Lottie plus Scarf Keldeo, because they don't usually have anything in weatherless to handle those strong ass attacks. If you play a sand team, it could be a threat to your team, except you have an Excadrill. So if they win the weather war, you now have permanent +2 speed. And so you just counteract their shit. And then over time, they realized, wait, this is broken as fuck. And Sandrush got banned altogether. So that's like some lore. But back in the day, I used to spam this shit like crazy. See, if you do validate, look how much has changed. Hypnosis is banned via Sleep Moves Clause, and then Excadrill's ability Sandrush is banned. Shit changed a lot. It takes a while for generations to reach their perfect form. PKC, I think, made this team, as he usually does make all teams. But yeah, this was like, bro, this was demonic. It was like, you could lose the weather war and you'd still win. It was times where you wanted to face sand, because you'd be like, yeah, I hope they bring sand. Like, they're cooked. Excadrill is like is very close to a perfect Pokemon. Steel Ground is amazing. Has rapid spin utility, so it doesn't just have to offense max all the time. I mean, if you look at Gen 6, Excadrill is always doing this defensive LARP all the goddamn time. Like, look at this shit. They got EVs in every stat. This is one of my most spam teams in Gen 6 OU. I never lose with this shit. But look at this. Like, they're always just teching it out based on what you need. I got so many random defensive drill. Like, look at this. This shit got stats in fucking 5 slots. This shit has stats. You know what I mean? This is probably a sand drill. No, but even this, what the fuck? Like, this shit is beyond, like the way, like, bro, every single fucking drill team I have, this shit got fucking stats in 5 EVs is killing me, bro. Damn, do I have any extra drills that are just regular as fuck? No, bro, they're all fucking pimped out. This one's crazy. This max defense bullshit. CBB brought this trash versus me and I lost. Just in like a regular friendly battle, but I remember I went into my banded Weavile, I clicked knockoff, that shit did 60%. I was like, what the fuck? I died to Ironhead immediately. I was fucking shocked. But yeah, enough drill glaze. We know that, guys. Fucking monumental pick. Melmetal is the perfect trade mon. Melmetal's cheap as fuck. I would agree. Mel is a cheap bastard. Melmetal allergic to 252. Melmetal tough as fuck though. Nah, Mel had some pretty nasty spreads back in the day. Usually you just see the max attack and then hella spit F, because you don't need to pimp out 135 HP. It's already high as a bitch. This mon's cheap though. Like, this mon really will make you mad to fight, because it's just like, alright dude, like, You're bad. Using fucking Melmetal Uber shit against me. Urshifu is another mon where it's like, alright, dude. Wonder if that thing will ever be balanced again. Well, in Gen 9, it's only busted because of Terra. That shit rolls around in net decks, and it's definitely cheap, but it's not broken. Damn, too bad. Urshifu's would have done some good work in Gen 9 if it wasn't for fucking Terra being cheap. Them shits would have been pretty cool. They're low-key pretty cheap though. I'm not gonna hold. They low-key pretty cheap. SD Trailblaze was actually legit on that guy. SD Trailblaze, Surge CC. That shit went dumb as fuck. I guess D-Knight can tank though. Fuck. Too bad Urshifu was broken in Gen 9. I would've really enjoyed that. Rapid Strike has terrorized VGC for years. For years, bro. Urshifu is their, like, real demon in doubles format. The one guy that can always beat Garg? Hell no. My Garg hitting that Terra Water. And then I'm clicking Salt Cure. And you're still taking that chip. I guess you can't protect against this guy, though. Unseen Fist is so shiced. But I always thought that guy was OP as fuck in VGC for that reason. VGC is defined around protect and positioning. And then they pull up with a guy that can't even... That's what I'm saying. Like, that was pretty heinous. Ignoring protect is the VGC equivalent of Shadow Tag in singles is deadass the equivalent. Shit's evil. Why did they give that guy SD? They love to fuck around. I like watching Urshifu mind games though. I like watching Urshifu mind games in VGC. I think that shit's pretty exciting overall. SD Sucker Punch on Dark Urshifu. Bro, back in the day, them shits were running Bulk Up, Wicked Blow, Sucker Punch, Iron Head. Like, yo, they were literally LARPing as King Gambits back in the day. I don't know if y'all remember this. But this is literally one of the sets that was used in early Gen 8 that was just like, bro, what are we doing? Before this one got banned, bro, this shit would run this. Because the rationale was, why do you need CC if Wicked Blow can hit the steel type already, and at +1 will kill the majority? Bro, this guy was literally LARPing on some King Gambit shit. Deadass. This guy literally thought he was, you know, was King Gambit. This guy was fucking demonic. You really only need CC for other Urshifu. Like, everything else you could Wicked Blow and muscle through. This guy was disgusting, bro. I cannot believe this was real. Shouts to Urshifu. One of the most cancerous Pokemon that ever existed. But it was shiced. Shit's cheap as fuck in Gen 8 too. Gen 9, unfortunately you were too OP for us, bro. Wicked Blow and Surging Strikes are some of the most modded moves ever invented. Surging Strikes will actually make you rage. Wicked Blow is like, okay, shit's been gone forever, but playing against Urshifu in Gen 8 is still like, bro, come the fuck on, bro. Like, let me find the fucking... This shit, bro, lead Lele, click Future Sight, go to Band Urshifu, get your free kill, and then farm the lead. Like, bro, come the fuck on. What kind of shit is this? You literally Future Sight, and then you switch into this shit as long as it can live an attack. This is the most no-brain strategy that ever was built. Click Future Sight, and then go to Urshifu. This literally takes negative skill, and is a minus to the game as a whole, in my opinion. Unpunishable, no-brain strategy. The worst was the fucking slow bros. Future Sight, then teleport to have even less skill. Because you can't fucking switch yourself. You have to click teleport. Oh my god. Future Sight teleport is nonsense, bro. Truly demonic shit. The worst part about strikes is the main switch in Tapu Fini has no recovery. Yeah, and then Pex gets farmed up by taunt variants and also gets farmed up by... What's it called? Just the Future Sight in general. God damn, that shit's tough to beat. This team is really good though. This copy of Double Fight. I've shown it before. Team Italy built this team. Shit's super shiced. One of the best teams in Gen 8 history by far. Every time I use this team, I win. It's a very good team. Let's see. Who else needs to come back? I mean, Ferrothorn we know is coming back. Which is good fucking news overall. Because I wasn't ready for another gen without the bro. The GOAT himself had to pull up. This team has some nasty coverage. That team is very good, bro. Alright, what else should we discuss? Concerning Gen 10 and Champions. Did we miss anything? Or did we touch on everything? Cacturn will be here. Talk about Darm Galar. You think it's gonna be back? I don't know if that shit could ever be balanced in our format of singles, but it could be fun to try. I wonder what Darm G would have been like in Gen 9. That should get banned? That should for sure would have been banned. What am I talking about? That should still fucking just choice Icicle Crash. Or die. Why do they give that guy fucking Flare Blitz? That doesn't even make sense. Because the OGS Flare Blitz? What kind of fucking pure ice type gets Flare? Oh, it's because the fucking Darm Galar Zen exists. This is an acid trip of a mon. Design-wise. Just so fucking jokes. What's Darm G's BST? 105 plus 55 is 160. 300. 330. 385. 480. This guy's BST's garbage. What the hell? This guy's BST's dicks. Damn, but I mean Guerrilla Tactics means the attack stats actually fucking base 200. Damn. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive overall that he was making it work with all this garbage. Did I do the math wrong? Let me make sure. 105, 160, 300, 330, 385. Nah, it's 480. A perfect distribution. This shit deadass had negative bulk, but it didn't matter because the HP was good. That shit was so fucking funny. U-turn to it KOing Rotom Wash was like, alright, cool, man. She got banned so fast, though. She was so cheap. And Icicle Crash is one of the greatest moves ever. This shit loses to Dozo. You just U-turn it on Dozo on the Switch. Now they lose. Nah, this shit's crazy. Icicle Crash is one of the best. It's like one of the most like high odds moves to abuse. As far as moves that miss go, Icicle Crash is actually worth the risk every time. Yeah, you miss 10% of the time and you flinch and own your opponent 30% of the time. Icicle Crash is like a low-key a broken move. There are times where it misses and you want to blow up your computer. That's happened to me before and I was like, alright, great. But 30% will have you like, oh yeah. Shit's nasty work. Meanwhile, triples arrows with high crit flinch and defense trap. Bro, triple arrows is a fantastic move, but it's on a guy that's not so fantastic. No hate to the Decadooey fans in the chat, but the guy's just not really... He's not really that guy, my brother. And that's the issue. Crash made Chen broken? No, Chen made Chen broken. We not go blame Crash. Alright? Chen is a disgusting monster because of its ability. Last day of streams? The timer was at 1 hour, but the agency pulled up, sent the timer to the moon. I am going to stream again tomorrow, as that is the actual last day of the month, last day of the subathon. So tomorrow will be a long ass stream. I'll do mad shit. So I need everybody to pull up for tomorrow, no matter what, because that'll be the final day of the subathon. Not like I'm fucking dying after or something. I'll still stream again. It just won't be every day for like goob hours after tomorrow. But I'm gonna need everybody to show up. Are we not continuing this into March? This was always for the month of February. No, I've said many times that this is a month of February subathon. But tomorrow will be a long stream regardless. I mean, I'm still gonna be streaming and shit. Again, it just won't be every day for fucking like 5 hours. Although the last week or so, I've only streamed like 3 to 4 hours each day. I remember the 50-minute streams. Back in the day, I used to stream for 50 minutes to like 70 minutes. And I used to be like, that was a calm stream. Hope y'all enjoyed. But the scope of streaming has changed a lot. Like, yeah, you're right. Back in 2020, 2021, I would literally stream for 50 minutes. And I'd be like, yup, hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good one. It would be a 1 hour calm, just trolling around. What about the Showdown Sunday games? I'm gonna stream those. Bro, it's just this daily subathon shit of like mass hours of streaming and organized will seize. But it's not like I'm going anywhere. I still like streaming. It's not like I'm fucking quitting or some shit. Suave carrying that 50-minute stream torch? Nah, that's actually fucking hilarious. Suave is carrying that torch. Suave is never leaving, bruh. That's actually fucking hilarious. Shout out to Suave. We need to play that fucking golf game again. Chat, let me ask the chat something. What's a shice TV show or movie you saw recently? I feel like I haven't watched anything in a minute. I watched some cowboy bullshit a while ago. It was pretty shiced. It's called Justified. Well, it wasn't cowboy. It's just the main character wears a cowboy hat for no reason. But he's pretty shiced for that. Anyways, put me on. Put me on. Put me on. I gotta watch Marty Supreme because BKC was glazing it so crazy that it made me think, okay, this shit's valid. I thought that movie would be the opposite of some shit BKC would fuck with. What is Legion? I saw part of Pluribus, but I didn't finish it. Justified is Heat? That shit is Heat, right? I'm like halfway through season 2. I'll be watching that shit when I go to the gym and then I do the fucking jog afterwards. Deputy U.S. Marshal Raylan Gibbons is tough. I got a fucking funny ass name, Raylan. Did I watch The Office Movers? Bro, you know I saw both seasons of The Office Movers. Season 2 of The Office Movers is peak. And I need to watch that Judge Tycho 20-minute drop. That's what I need to tap into. The Sopranos, I'm on season 3 of The Sopranos. I haven't watched it in a minute though. But I like it a lot. And my favorite character is still Chris. By a heavy margin. I like the Tony Soprano character though, as a whole. A true piece of garbage as a human. But he cooks. Makes that shit look fire. How do you feel about season 3 part 2 of Gen 9 OU? I'm telling you, we're gonna have to be tough. We're gonna have to be tough, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years of this shit. It ain't gonna be easy. Watch it, Chrissy. Winning Time on HBO, what is that? That's the fucking Kobe? Right? It's like, right? Winning Time? What is it? What is it? I know it's some basketball shit, right? Lakers come up with Magic? Oh, okay. And like what? Kareem? And shit like that? This shit probably valid. I saw that new Black Mirror season. I saw like 2 episodes. I liked it. That shit actually made me go back and watch other Black Mirror episodes. Fallout is good. I saw Fallout season 1. Is season 2 valid? Is season 2 better than season 1? No Other Choice is amazing Korean movie. I saw No Other Choice about like 2 months ago. And I concur. That movie is amazing. That movie is amazing. No Other Choice. That shit's funny as balls. High recommend. Am I ready for the steel ball run? You know I'm fucking ready for the steel ball run. Don't ask me if I'm ready. You're not ready. I'm ready for the steel ball run. I'm super ready. Like, I'm too ready. You're not ready. We watching that shit on stream and getting banned. Fuck what you heard. Are we finished with Hitman? Nah, I got 2 more levels of Hitman. I'm in the I'm in the fucking Bombay level right now. I killed one of the 3 that we gotta smoke. And then I don't know what the last level is. I'm gonna play Hitman tomorrow, more tomorrow. I'm gonna do everything tomorrow on the last day of the stream. Anyways, you guys gave me some good things to think about. I don't know if I will watch something later today. I gotta do some shit. I've waited so many years for them to adapt SBR. I read Steel Ball Run last year, right? And it was so dense that I felt I like had to read chapters back like 3 times just to see what the hell was going on in the fights and whatnot. Like it's heavy. It's heavy. Luminescent Platinum stream when? I want to go back to Luminescent Platinum so bad, bro. I want to go back to it so bad. But the issue is my fucking Ryujinx emulator, it will not work. No matter what I've tried, it will not work. And I don't know how to fix it. And so I wasn't able to boot back up Luminescent Plat. No matter what I do, my emulator just won't work. Did I touch a setting? I don't think I changed anything. I literally didn't use my Switch emulator app for a couple months. Went back to it and everything would just freeze whenever I would try to load a game. Which of the Gen 10 starters is your favorite, or all of them chopped? My favorite is Gekwa. And I'm okay with Brout. Brout pretty chill. Brout pretty chill. I don't care for... What's the dog's name? Pombon? Is that the name? Yo, we summoned Suave. Type shit. Windows update fucks up everything typically. Sad. Yeah, Windows is a piece of shit. Brout is just Torchic but green. But you might have cooked. Ponbon's gonna turn into Pawnpire and be a vampire on God. You know what? You actually just did some good PR for Ponbon with that shit. Pawnpire and be a vampire. This theory is actually so ridiculous that I might just have to subscribe, bro. I might just have to subscribe to your channel for more theories and hot takes. Because that shit right there, Pawnpire and be a vampire. Yo, I might just start passing that theory off as my own, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. I might start capping and just telling people, yo, you heard it here first. Pawnbon to Pawnpire, vampire dog. Blunder, can you press Suave for promising a stream today and still not being live? We will be streaming Fortnite 5 wins in a row or we die on Suave's stream soon. Alright? That's all I can say. Yo, press Suave in the chat for not streaming yet. Have some shame, Suave. Suave gonna bring out the gym stream for sure. April gonna be Agency's champion stream. I'm so ready. I'm definitely streaming champions. Y'all are gonna be mad as shit as I try to figure out how to add mons to my game, and I'm like illiterate as fuck when it comes to using the tech. But don't lose faith, because I'm gonna still make that shit work. BSS, I'm bringing Scarf Jirachi. You only gotta flinch 3 Pokemon. You don't need all the Iron Head PP. You're gonna win. My inside sources are telling me Pombon will evolve to stand on 2 legs and be firefighting. Alright. Fuck Pombon. I'm telling you, we're all subscribing to Pawnpire, and that shit's a vamp. If you're not rocking with that theory, I don't know what to tell you, because I think that's like the best theory I've ever heard for such a Pokemon. The Pawnpire. I'm telling you, I'm fucking with that. BSS, I'm bringing Sub Encore Terra Ghost Iron Bundle. You're bringing that with the Maridon carry. My sources are telling me Brout is gonna evolve into the first Grasswood. Grasswood is jokes. Do you guys think there's ever gonna be a new type ever? I saw some idea of a sound type, but I'm like pretty certain new type is never happening. Fairy was fucking what 13 years ago at this point. It would just be too. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, right? When Game Freak runs out of ideas, yeah, that's fair. Fairy was for marketing. How you mean? How you mean? Fairy was an epic change. No, Fairy was needed. Dragons were running around blowing up shit for too many gens, bro. No, Fairy was so genius. Them cooking up Fairy was so genius. I need to shake everyone at Game Freak's hand for that shit. Dragons were fucking shit up in Gen 4 and Gen 5. Fairy kept those pussios in check. Clef revitalized and stopping all those dawns. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shit. What would the state of the game be without Fairy today? I don't want to think about it. There are some annoying Fairy Pokemon, but think of the Fairy Pokemon, man. Such incredible picks. What was the first Fairy? Sylveon, right? And Sylveon is so shiced. I love Sylveon. It's just one of the best evolutions. It's really good and competitive too. Do we have a Fairy Dragon besides Altaria? No. And that's only Mega Altaria. So Fairy Dragon was basically extinct again. These last two generations, Gen 9 and Gen 8. So now that we know Alt's coming back, we finally have the Dragon Fairy possible again. But we need Dragon Fairy as a base. There's too many typings we're missing. Imagine Zama without fairies and Dragonite. Imagine Zama without King Gambit LARPing as a fairy. It's a nasty world we live in at the moment. We'll look back on this metagame and be like, holy shit, we were smoking that za. No pun intended. Smoking that za, bro. Mega Gardevoir is likely to keep Vacuum Wave. King Gambit is such a bullshit mon. Supreme Overlord is insane. Yup, and that shit's back for another gen, so get ready! It's a nasty world we live in. Alright, I'm wrapping up the stream for today. Tomorrow, last day of the subathon. I'm not fucking quitting or going anywhere. I know some folks were saying, is it over? Is it over? No, I will still stream. There's actually a lot to stream still that I want to do. Tomorrow, I'll probably play more games. Today, I wanted to discuss Gen 10 and Champions more than anything, because it had been a while since we talked about this shit. But, tomorrow, I'm going to be playing mad games. I'll probably return to Hitman and shit. Route 111 all stream or I'll be suing. I'll play that shit. I'll play the Lime King remix too. Shit's too tough. Anyways, thank you all for joining. Good times as always. Have a good night. Morning.